Yes, people, welcome back to Chelsea Perspective. Welcome back to another Blue Morning show, specifically Chelsea Transfer Watch. But today we will mix it up a bit. We'll talk about Mauricio Pochettino's interview, the highlights, the most important aspect of it. You could say comments or part of the interview transcript. Ask you the question, what's your favorite response you when you listen to the interview? And I'll present mine too. And we'll also talk about Christian Pulisic's future, talk about Moises Caicedo, Romeo Lavia, Tino Livramento, and Rayan Cherki, and a whole lot of other news. But more importantly, sit back, relax, and let's get into the show without wasting much of your time. Yes, people, welcome back to Chelsea Perspective. I hope you're all eating blue, sleeping blue, waking up blue, and overall living the blue life. As for me, that's what I do. Welcome back to another Transfer Watch on Chelsea Perspective. As usual, because it's an interactive show, always, no matter how I feel, I'll do my best. But I feel much better today, as you can see by yourself. I'm going to go through what we have in the chat already to say hello to the people. Good evening from Malaysia. That's Muslim Cartoon. Nice to see you, brother. I hope you're doing well. It's been a while that I've seen you last. I hope everything is okay with you. The interview was special. I am a huge fan now. The aura is too hard to handle. The man is just everything we've been asking for. And being honest, this is not me. I really do not want us to talk about Potter's era. But yeah, even after his interview, people were concerned. I think the only thing positive on the day was when he was asked questions with regards of the chains of games we'll play within a week, and he said, bring it on. That's the only thing that, yeah, made me believe a bit. Yeah, maybe he'll do well. This is the Undertaker. CFC says Chelsea will not get top 5, okay? With all these young players Chelsea are buying, we need experienced players, which we are not buying Bolly out. Here's the thing. Let's be honest here. I think it's easy to mix up experience and age. You can't. Somebody could be just a 21 but has gathered enough experience given how much game they've played. That's the difference between the two of them. But you are entitled to your opinion. Hello to you to Alan CFC, Alan FC, so to speak. Florian Wirtz will be a good signing, but it doesn't look like we're serious about him. We're more serious about signing Rayan Cherki, and I like his name actually. I just don't know why. Poch, welcome to Chelsea. We must perform before all the clubs take us nuts. Okay, Namaya, tell Bolly to get the Simham is not up to me. The Undertaker. Let's see what else we have here. Big up to you too, Brianna Yahayu, aka 343 Dilemma, aka Vivel FC, aka what's the last one before the Jackson one? Oh my God, Contender FC, and now Jackson FC. Big up to you too, brother. I hope you're doing well. We didn't really need additional strikers like Kane or Osimhen since we got Jackson and Broya as the backup. I think they both will do well, honestly. But unfortunately, people are concerned. But let's see what the club does. Let's go. The stream starts. Yep, we start immediately. No more wasting time. I think I've taken my time to assess how we start and why the delays and all that. But it only means that we'll be waking up earlier, very, an hour earlier than usual. People, remember to drop the likes on the stream, and thank you for taking the time to do that. And for those of you that are watching, but for one reason or the other, not able to participate in the chat, just remember, we appreciate you, because you watching alone does go a long way. But if you can do us one more tiny bitty favor, please do take a second, drop a like on the stream for us. We'd really appreciate that. Much thanks, much appreciated. Let's see what else we have here. Big up to you too. Yeah, I'm way better today, as you can see. But I think I'll be following, you could say, I'll be adhering to some remedies suggested by people, which I could argue is the reason why I'm even able to speak with you today. So thanks to all the suggestions. I tried the most sensible to me, and it's working. Yeah, big up to you too. Thank you for asking that question. Jackson FC, Brea wants to leave. No, I don't believe that. You're not saying the truth there. Excuse me 1 second. Yeah, that's just me because I'm coughing. I had to go off camera to do that. Morning to you, to Santiago Muno. Santiago was able to sense immediately that coach isn't really feeling well. Big up to you too. Hope you're better. I'm better, my good friend. Chelsea, Michi boy. And Michi, when you get a chance, share the link to your channel so I can talk about it when I get to it, so people can go check it out. I appreciate you so much. Good day, Kachila, and everyone in the chat. My friend Embro, DJ, I appreciate you. How's your head? I'm way better. Thank you so much for asking. And Jackson CFC responding to Nemaya there. Hey, coach, how are you feeling today? I'm feeling way better. Simeon Okuku, thank you for asking. I appreciate that. Getting Broya out, not the answer. I don't think anybody's saying we get Broya out. I think Nemaya is trying to tell us that Broya wants to leave. We need him, unless we buy another striker, then we can loan him. Then we can loan him out. The truth is, I don't think he's going anywhere. And we've heard that Mauricio Pochettino likes him and wants to work with him. So let's see what happens. And big up to you too, my sister, Miss Olano. Hope you're feeling well today. I'm feeling way better, as you can see. But if I speak, you can hear that I still sound a bit stuffy. But that's, you can say, 10,000 better than I was yesterday. But more importantly, please, much love to you. I hope you're doing well. If you can find time, share the link to your channel so I can talk about it when I get to it, so people can go check it out. Or even before I do that, you can click the 3 dots to her name and click go to channel, go check out her channel, and be sure to subscribe. Let her know I sent you. I'd really appreciate that. My concern is selling too many players. It's just as disruptive as buying too many. Here's the thing, I think we'll sell every player that doesn't want to stay, and all other players that have refused to put pen to paper for a new contract, and then deal with the situation. It's as simple as that. Let's see what else we have here. And Gabriel, I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for finding the time to join. I don't believe Broya Rumo is coming back from injury and already signed a long-term contract. Plus the rumors that the manager like him. I think he stays. So I'm not worried. Coach, says coach, if it's fake news, then because Broya is linked to West Ham and Newcastle, you can say that was 2 transfer windows ago. But right now, I haven't heard anything to that effect. But maybe you could be right, but I didn't see anything. If such news again emerges, or such rumor emerges, it will be everywhere. And believe me, I'd see it by now. I saw it on the internet. Yeah, the internet is huge. What part of the internet did you see it on? I have added you to my trusted channel list, and that is on a ticker on my channel streams. Wow, much respect to you, Michi. Just like I said, bro. Hopefully, we'll get a chance to to collaborate. I'll come to your channel whenever you need me. But right now, it's going to be a bit difficult because my in-laws are gone, and it's always I and my boys alone, or my wife and all that. So it makes it difficult to have chance during the day. But thank you, Mitch. I appreciate that, and I think I'll return the favor when I get a chance. I agree with that statement, Coach. Sell any players that do not want to stay. We need loyal players, aka those who bleed blue. It's as simple as that. And I'll get a few items that we'll have lined up. Then I'll get you to let me know your favorite part of Mauricio Pochettino's interview, and we will talk about it. To me, Dio, my bro, thank you so much. Hi, everyone. Good morning, Coachella. And how's your throat? It feels so much better. I can now hear you clearly. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And actually, even that show, we ended it early, and we ended with about 30 likes plus, and it ended up, I think it's around 76 likes. People still watched it. Hi there, Coach. Hi to you too. Rido, I hope you're doing well, Rido. Been a while since the last time I got here. I know we're all busy. Bills don't pay themselves. Yeah, Google. Okay, Google is huge. What part of Google did you see it on? I hope you're doing well, Rido. We're all busy. Bills don't pay themselves, so I totally understand. Broya, logically, what club would sign a player after a long-time injury who hasn't played and only had 2 starts last season? It's all fake news. But beyond what you just said, there are clubs who know him too well, who know how good he can be. Not minding the injury, will still take the risk if they can get him on the chip. More importantly, a big up to you too, JC. I'm feeling much better. Thank you for joining. Caicedo deal, we wanted to pay 80 million for Brighton once more. I think we'll get that one over the line. I prefer Cherki. By the way, he can use both his foot and a creative player that we need. The sort of player that's capable of pulling the rabbit out of the hat to help us win games. We haven't had that in a while. Mount is drafting his goodbye letter right now. Should we ask him to bother about it? I don't know. It's up to him. But people are already actually slandering him. They are, you could say, fighting him because he reactivated his Twitter account, I heard. But I was asking the question whether that's really him. Probably because he had a few followers at the point. I'm not too sure what happens when, I don't know what happens when you deactivate your Twitter account, whether you lose all your followers or so. But that's, by the way, let's see what happens. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. 29 likes. The likes will go along with Caicedo, not worth. He's not worth 100 million after one season. I don't think we'll pay that, but I think we'll pay premium for him. But I'm not sure he gets 100 million. Let's see what else we have here. No, we're not getting no Nana. By the way, coach update. I gave my mount. I gave my mount jersey to my cousin, who is an AC Milan fan. So who doesn't care whether he isn't loyal to Chelsea or not, whether he's betrayed Chelsea or not. Yeah, so that makes it easier to you. To him, there's no sentimental value to that shit, but to you, if you keep it, you always have problems looking at it or putting it on. I forget Caicedo, more than 80 million not justified. It's not like he was man of the match at Champions League final. Despite how good he looks, we must not be used by Brighton. But it depends on how desperately we want him. And right now, you could say we want him so desperately, we probably will pay him a lot, but I'm not sure we'll pay up to 100 million. Hello to you. You got your A levels. Congratulations to you. And you've been working hard for it. Every time is either you're in school or we'll see you for a while. And when you come back, you tell us you've been busy with exams and all that. So congratulations to you. We celebrate you today. Caicedo is not coming to Chelsea. They want the same as what Arsenal paid for Rice. But believe me, we're getting Caicedo. Just remember, I told you that. Hello to you, to Kim. So if Brighton rejects our 80 million, I think we should go for Edson Alvarez, a cheaper alternative. And what else do you say that? Okay, Alvarez gone to Dortmund. Yeah, he's gone already from Ajax. Get the Porto goalkeeper or from Sevilla. You're talking about the Porto goalkeeper. What's his name? Diogo Costa. Just give me 1 second. I'll try to catch up with what we have. When I come back, I want to take care of something here. Catch up with that, and then yeah, just give me 1 second, and then we will start addressing the items we have lined up on the screen there. Just give me a second here. Yeah, it's been 3 seconds since I've been saying give me a second, but I hope you all understand. Yeah, let's see what else we have here. Just give me 1 second. Because the tradition is once I'm more caught up with what we have in the chat, the next thing I do will be to share the link with the panelists so they can join me I don't want to bore you to death with my feedback. Talking to you by myself alone. If that makes sense, just give me. Yep, there you go. I think we have it there. All right. What else do we have in the chat there? Let's get to it in a bit. This here says just Kimso saying hello to Kimso there. Alvarez talking rubbish about us and about baptism. Yeah, that's not okay. I read something. He says, so Santiago, thank you for bringing that up. They asked him whether he regrets not joining Chelsea, and his response was something to the effect of, he's not regretting anything. Look at them, see where they are. That's nonsense. That shouldn't be coming from a player. Jackson is good. I think he's good. We're not getting top 5 because we are only buying youngsters. And let me ask you this question. All the youngsters we're buying, do you think they will all be part of the first team? No. They are part of the project. I still think we'll sign experienced players that will make up, that will be, we still get experienced players to be part of the makeup of the first team, if that makes sense. So don't be too concerned about the young players we're getting. 90, you can say 90% of them are for the future. What did Alvarez say? I just said it. I think you heard me say that. Kachila, did you see the link to another Brazilian kid? We're looking at his name is Matheus Franca from Flamengo. Yep, I did see that news. And hopefully I find, but I don't think I have it lined up here. So it's good then. What do you think about Mudrik's performance for his national team? I've always known how good it is. I've never been concerned with regards to how well we do. I think he was excellent. He showed what he's capable of doing. All he needs is for the manager to trust him, show confidence in him, and then the rest will be history. And sorry, every now and then I'll be taking a sip of the remedy I have here so I don't lose my voice. So it doesn't get worse. Guys, subscribe to the channel, like and follow, and don't forget to invite your friends and family. Let's push today's stream across all years. My target is a 3K plus. Wow, let's do it. Okay, keep dropping likes on the stream, and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We have 35 likes already. Let's get the likes off. How many of you liked Mudrik's performance in under 21? He consistently produces assists over the top. That resembles Enzo's trademark assist to Horvat. It's becoming a CFC thing. Even Zakaria did it. Yeah, that was a delicious. That long one, loved. Should I call it loved? Actually, I only saw the highlights. It was excellent. It was delicious, really. I can say this should be worth 17 million because it has been one season, and one season doesn't decide your value. So 100 million makes no sense. Maybe that's a solid argument. I also the link to Livramento yesterday back to Chelsea. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a bit. Matheus Franca is very good baller, and if we're able to get those gems right now, usually it's been always Real Madrid and Barcelona getting those players from Brazil. If we can get them in 2 or 3 years, they'll be ready to cook for us, and that's okay by me. I heard Rhys James is our new vice captain, possibly. And during my research, I found out that Mauricio Pochettino prefers captains that are family men, that able to lead, players beyond the pitch and all that. But Rhys, I believe, is capable of doing that. But let's see what the club does. Where will Chelsea finish this season? What's your expectations? I think Chelsea will finish 6th or 7th. We should not put a lot of expectations on this very young team. We shouldn't, but at the same time, all I can say at this point is that I strongly, deep down, believe that we'll do better than a lot of people expect us to do, and that's just me. Mudryk will perform under Pochettino, no question. I prefer Matheus Franca over Cherki. Really? Really? Okay. So you know him that well. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. Was brilliant against France. He was. Let's see what else we have. Yeah, Cherki. Coach, what's the latest? Hit me with it. You sure you can survive it? I hit you with it. But we'll get to talking about. We'll start addressing the topics one by one in a bit. Forget Caicedo. Offer 18 million for Tchouameni. I think actually from what I've seen, I get it. Tchouameni, you can argue, is a more flamboyant of the two, but you can argue honestly. If I'm being honest, Caicedo is more suitable to the Premier League than Tchouameni. That's just my opinion. I watched the full game, Ukraine versus France, coach. Ukraine, they have some good young players, youngsters. Yep, their striker finished the second goal brilliantly, like he was Lewandowski. Honestly, I think I need to learn more about them. Just give me a second here. Yeah, sorry, people. Every time I need to cough, I just have to go off camera. Yeah, it's not. I shouldn't be sharing that with you. So let's see. Let's start addressing the items we have lined up here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. 38 likes right now. We can do better than that. Let's see what else do we have lined up here. Just give me 1 second. We'll continue. All right. This one here talks about okay, it's in French. I have to translate it first. Okay, Paris has made progress in recent hours on the signing of Gabriel Vega. Paris wants to close the file quickly and thus get ahead of the competition. Paris would like, ideally, to make him pass his medical examination at the end of the week. It just looks like we're solving as Paris Saint-Germain's, what should I call it, a scouting department. Every player we want, they want. But maybe you can argue, because their next manager will be Luis Enrique. Maybe that's his way of getting back at us. Plus, Vega is a good player. But here's the thing, I'm not too concerned, because if we're being truthful here, we've never been that serious with Vega, because Gabriel Vega, all I've heard is that we've been informed that he's available on the market. We haven't done anything official. It's as simple as that. So I'm not too worried. I wouldn't say they're actually getting another one over us. No. But that's, by the way, but yeah, it's you can also say, it just seems as if every player we want, they want. Maybe we'll become their scouting department. Germany would be way too expensive. Yeah. Plus, I think he's unknown. He hasn't been tested in the Premier League. Mount, bye-bye. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'll check that. Whoever we end up signing that gets my support. All I can do right now is cross hands and watch what the management is capable of achieving with their plans and tactics. Much talks, I cannot change anything. It's as simple as that. On Sunday says, I am a big fan of Chelsea FC. My hopes and wish that we will finish in the top 4. I think we're capable of doing that. Plus, if you listen to Mauricio Pochettino, he recognizes that we have lots of good players. But at the same time, he did say, yeah, we need something to the effect of us needing a few signings to be perfect. And Jacket says, I think Modric got some injury during our France game, but he continued after that. I think we might need some for some time after the start of the season. It doesn't look like, because I saw the highlights of him being taken off, it doesn't look like it's something serious, maybe just a knock. We're linked to Matthias. Is it Francis? I think it's Franks. I'm not sure. Fab said, yeah, and we're serious. Yep. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah, we should forget Vega and turn our heads to Cherki. PSG with Enrique has a better chance to sign him. That's what, and we haven't really pushed. All we've heard are just all the stuff we've heard are just rumors that we're linked, that we're interested in signing him. Or you could say the most that I've seen is that he's on the list of the midfielders we have lined up to consider. Coach, with 77 players, we still registered as CFC, and Poch asking players to be ready to die for club. I suggest the club should permanently park and let's cover during next weeks of preseason. Okay, let's see what happens there. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. Big up, everyone. Martin, big up to you too. I hope you're doing well. I know it sounds weird, but I feel like Llorente is pretty good. Who? Can you say the full name so I understand who you're talking about? It's not a Franca. It's pronounced as Franca. Okay, Franca. The C is pronounced sounds as an S in his name. Okay, Franca. Okay, guys, we have a glorious opportunity to sign the right players for the manager. It's not about the names, but what the manager wants. It's as simple as that. And I like it. You could argue that's the delicious comment of the day. And already, people, we have 40 likes. You people are absolute legends, and I appreciate that. Let's get it to 100 as soon as possible. Let's see if we can get to 300 likes today. And if you can, whether you're on Twitter, Facebook, or whatever social media where you are on, please share the link so that a lot of people can come join us. I appreciate you saying that. Yeah, Luigi Pellegrini, I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're doing well, brother. I said to you guys, we need to clear out. Well, Todd read my mind. I think a lot of us knew, but more importantly, nice to see you. I picked France. I thought because you thought he was more suited to the pot system. Okay, I'd rather we go for Wirtz even instead of Vega and the Kudus and his these Cherki guys all on the Caicedo deal, all after Caicedo deal. Okay, all we need is Caicedo. We get him. We finish top 4. I think Caicedo will most likely be one of the most important signings for us this transfer window. That's Bill. Antoniette is saying that. Bill, nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. That's a delicious comment there by Martin. Oh, yep. Okay, you know what? You have the task to decide what comment is delicious or not. Since you like doing that, I'll leave it to you. You have a job now. There's a lot of midfielders that will come and do very well. No need to panic over your favorite name. Yeah, being signed on all that. Yep, that's the truth. When is the preseason starting? I don't have the date off the top of my head. 19th of July. Okay, excellent. I'm fine. Okay, let's see what else. Nice to hear that you're doing well. Enzo and Caicedo means everyone around them will absolutely cook. Do you think we will sign another striker after Jackson? That's one thing I don't think will happen. Honestly, I think the priority will most likely be a goalkeeper and about at least 3 midfielders, because we've lost N'Golo Kante, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, plus Mateo Kovacic. So yeah, but let's see what the club does. Coach, you should also pay a tribute to our longest serving player until last week. CFC recently closed the contract after 8 years of service of Baba Rahman. Yeah, we have that lined up, but you've done a tap in there, but it happens all the time. I think, yeah, congratulations to us. I would take that job, Coach. Take it, brother. I trust your judgment. Very sensible. Maybe Vlahovic. Maybe rumors are that we've already actually gone in with a bid, and it was rejected. The Caicedo deal is getting delayed. No, I think it happens. It's just it's negotiations, and Brighton will not be in a hurry to agree on a fee, because the transfer window is still a long way to go. And we will not be in a hurry to pay what Brighton is, what they're asking us, because yeah, there's still a long way to go in the transfer window. If that makes sense. The first bid was 75 million plus 5 million others, total of 80. But DJ, let me start with you, brother, and thank you for finding the time to join the show, DJ. What do you make of us? You can say, I wouldn't say we're losing out on Gabriel Vega, because we have not been serious. We haven't really pushed. He's always been on our list, but that doesn't mean we're too serious about getting him. But what do you make of that rumor?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, big up to you, Coach. I hope you are feeling better, man. I didn't know you were actually not well. I hope you're feeling better now anyway.
Yeah, so much better, brother.
Yeah, good. Big up to everybody in the comments as well. Yeah, listen, this whole Vega situation, I never thought from day one. I didn't think we were actually seriously going in for him, because obviously, as it always is, there's always chat about players that we're linked with, that we're going to go for. And 9 out of 10 times, the players that we tend to be linked with are the players that we don't tend to get. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen for Caicedo. I think the only one that will happen probably will be the Caicedo deal. But in terms of actually getting Vega, I don't think that will be one that we'll get at. But this Cherki that we're talking about, there's him possibly coming in, and there's also, as I said, there's also I wouldn't also rule out Kudos from Ajax as well. They seem to be the 2 names mentioned at the moment. And then this other Brazilian kid that I was just talking to Santiago Muniz about. That's what I was asking. Yeah, I was asking about him, because he goes, he's obviously seen him play. I mean, he seems to think he's actually better than this French kid that we're going for. So the Cherki. So obviously Santiago obviously has seen it probably more than me than what I've seen of this Brazilian kid. If he's any good, but he's 18 years old, my understanding of it all is. So if he can come in as well, I mean, again, will we have permit issues with that one? That's another issue with that one, in terms of getting him in there. But going back to Vega, though, yeah, listen, if they're now talking that PSG are in for him now, it's more than likely he's going to go there, and that's only going to be because of Luis Enrique being manager.
Yeah, and like I said, it's not like his our top priority. No, he has always been on the list. That's all I know. And Fabrizio reported a few days ago that nothing official, but we've been informed that he's available on the market, and that's a start. Also, we cannot sign a striker if Lukaku is still here. I don't think so. I don't think Lukaku, if we really want to sign a striker, Lukaku will not stop us from doing that. We have Lukaku, Broya, Jackson, Dacho, and Nkunku who can play center forward. We need Lukaku gone before we spend for another. I think he will be gone. And longest negotiations, no. I think Havertz has, again, is actually longer. But this sounds as if we've been negotiating with them for, you could say, 2 seasons now. That's because we were trying to sign them last 2 transfer windows, actually. But let's see what happens. Lukaku will be gone for sure. Let's see what else we have here. Cherki vibe. I think I'm leaning more towards us, but me, you could say towards preferring Cherki over all the options. I don't think, and from what I'm seeing, I don't think signing Cherki stops us from signing Francois. From what I've read out there, I think 2 of them. But more importantly, from what I've seen from Cherki, I think he complements all the skills of a skill set of all the players that we have within our rank. It's very different, and that's what I want. I don't want us to have the same issue we had on the Thomas Tuchel, where we had too many players of nearly the same profile, with just tiny bitty differences between them, if that makes sense. But Caicedo has agreed personal terms. It's just the Brighton camp. Yep, I think we're ironed that out. Chelsea are close to buying a goalkeeper cost from Porto due to Porto in trouble with FFP, and they want 65 million euros, and that's not a bad price. That should be around 16 million pounds, or at most 62 million pounds. But thank you for saying that. And I like Costa, but I still say I'm not too sure how good he is with his feet, if you ask me. I think Porto should make the big signing after preseason, and should be before the season, and then he will get the taste of the team. And I think that we'll have a preseason of them I'm not sure that's a bit jumbled up maybe. Is Matt Law going to draft a letter from Mount, and the man is the PR machine? Maybe they have, I don't know, maybe he works for them, I'm not too sure. We don't need a Vega, to be honest. Get us a Florian Wirtz and Curtis or Cherki, then let the board do everything to get Caicedo. I had Lazio offer, you heard, offering us that Lazio are offering us Milinkovic-Savic. He's a good player. I wanted him last 2 seasons, but everything comes down to what the manager wants. Who will replace Mount? One of those players we've named. It could be Kudus, it could be Wirtz, it could also be Cherki, or Matthews, Francis, the player, Brazilian kid that I don't know much about. Big up to you too, my bro. I'm still not fit enough to say your name the way I like to say it. Yesterday, you sounded like you were about to check out, and now you sound like you can complete the full 90 minutes. Can you give a supply of whatever you... Here's the funny thing. Something suggested by one of our followers. Yeah, on the community tab. I'm being honest here. If you go there, where I made a post saying that I apologizing for ending the show earlier than usual, you will see one of the suggestions there. So I'm not going to say it here because I'm not a doctor, and you're not allowed to say such things in case it hurts somebody. Plus, let's not keep unhappy players and players who demand huge wages and not even consistent on the pitch. It's as simple as that. Yeah, I saw that tweet yesterday about SMS offered to us, and I like him. I like Savic. He plays for Lazio. Under Mauricio Sarri. If the manager wants him, he's a player I like. Not just stereotypical DM. That is, it depends on how you want to play him. He can also play in the 8th position, but he's good. Still mesmerized by the interview. Jerry Z is in the house. Cannot stop replaying it. Pochettino is pure magic. We'll get to that in a bit. And Jerry Z, please do share the link of to the new article in the chat so people can go check it out. Lukaku only wants Inter, and it's been, yeah, whatever you call him there. How much Wirtz value? I don't know. Does he have a release clause? I honestly do not know. I haven't checked. I heard our psychology coach was fired yesterday, the day after, the day at work, the day at work of Poch, the first day of work of Poch at work. Okay, I am curious of the hamstring coach survived. Not too sure. That one makes me funny, but we'll get to it in a bit. Diogo Jota, 62 million pounds to the south. Who?
I think he's meant to say Diogo Costa, I think, mate.
Oh, okay, Diogo Costa, not Jota. Okay, the Portuguese goalkeeper. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go along. We will have too many young midfielders, and established CM will be an ideal mix. We need to mix it up. PSG have wanted Cherki since last January and are likely to return to increase their interest in him. I don't think he goes to PSG. Here's the thing. I think we're able to get the young players to sign for us, because if they look at our project, they see how many young players we have. At PSG, I think Cherki will struggle to start. Maybe there's a chance, they may well go back to him for him, but let's see. But let's see what happens. Probably they think we're serious about signing Vega. They want to quickly get that one done and then go for Cherki. But let's see. Florian Wirtz or Kudus will comfortably replace Mount, I am sure. Let's see what the club does. I'm going to scroll to the very bottom. We can switch topics. Caicedo is taking too long. I don't think it is. You're not just being patient, really. Chukwuemeka, and I don't really care about Vega. I don't either, even though I liked him. It is Angelo, the Brazilian wonder kid, we're looking at. Angelo, we're wrapping up that one. I think he will be in England for his medicals, according to Fabrizio Romano. Who the hell is the short sponsor? None yet. I don't know any yet. Who is Kudus Mohammed? Kudus, Ghanaian international. Leverkusen wants more than 50 million for Wirtz. Ooh, okay, not a bad fee given how the market is. Let's see. But Turkey wants Real Madrid. Okay, do they want him? That's the question. I would prefer Kudus. And why is Brighton misbehaving? Wanted more than 80 million. Andrew Phillips, it's business for all parties involved. He's one of their best players, so they will get as much money as they feel like he's worth when they sell him. Like Alda Gula want to play for Barca. Okay, let's see. Give Lukaku to Atalanta. Okay, let's see. Santiago, which is easily going to be more than 16 million, given how good he is. Is that what you're suggesting? Okay, let's see what other item we have lined up here. Let's start knocking them out as quickly as possible. Now that we still have time. All right, this one here, I think somebody already talked about. We're just going to move on from that one quickly. Chelsea have ended Abdul Babar Rahman's contract a year early, and Park hopes to sign him as a free agent. Chelsea will get some form of add-ons or bonus payments instead if the criteria are made in 22-24. Businessmen, they don't want an L just like that. They want to get something from the sale of the from even after terminating his contract and all that. But I think it's a good idea. But what do you make of it, DJ? I don't know. Or should we move on from that?
Oh, mate. Baba Ratman. Oh, my God. This guy, it seems years since he joined our football club, doesn't he? He's still, who can imagine he was still on our wage bill, mate? Honestly, it seems so long now. Honestly, it really does. And I think he's still what? He's still in his 20s, late 20s still? If I'm correct in saying that?
Not too sure how it is, but go ahead.
I mean, no, but listen, I mean, it's a good deal all around. I think it's about time to, he was never going to get the opportunity to play at Chelsea. I think he had a couple of starts for us. I thought he did okay when he started a few of the games for us, but for some reason or another, he wasn't trusted by any of our managers. So shame, really. I thought when he first came, as I said, I thought he looked a talent.
He's 29 now.
29. Yeah, he looked a talent when he first came, but obviously it didn't work out. Good luck to him. I hope he gets whatever his move he gets. I hope it's a good move for him. I know he's been doing pretty well at PAOK. I think he was there on loan, wasn't he, for quite some time?
I think he argued. He was saying that Conte sent him out on loan. That apparently he was too offensive for Conte's liking. That was why he didn't.
No,
I don't know. But that's just a bit. Go ahead with what you were saying, DJ.
No, but fair enough. I mean, listen, fair enough. He's another one off the wage bill, isn't it, as we say, Coachella, in this moment in time, which is what we need to do. And good luck to him. May he move on and hope whatever club he does go to, I hope it works out for him and he stays there until he retires.
Yeah, you can say that's one signing that's been a huge L for us, really, I have to be honest. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. Thank you so much for that, DJ. My question is, why aren't we holding out for a higher price for our outgoing players? The way all the clubs are trying to milk us every given opportunity. I guess our urgency to sell is the reason, one of the reasons. But you could say we haven't actually done badly, or we've actually done well, quite well, really. How much we got for Kai Havertz, how much we got for Mason Mount, even Khalid Koulibaly is not that young anymore. Even we got nearly, you could say, probably more than we paid for what's the goalkeeper, Edouard Mendy. We've actually been doing well, really. I have to be honest with you. That's how I see it. But that's my opinion anyway. Let's see what else we have here. Lukaku only wants Inter, but Inter cannot afford his price. We don't want to give them another loan with covering his wages, large chunk of his wages, actually. I think the club doesn't want to do that. But Lukaku, I don't think he's not been nice to us either. He doesn't care how much we're losing. And coming out and saying openly that he wants to go back to Inter Milan doesn't help us from a negotiation standpoint. But we'll find a solution. Finally, Baba Rahman is off our books. 2 to 4 million for Chelsea to get compensated for Baba Rahman. That's not bad. As a Chelsea fan, we wouldn't do good this season, especially against the smaller teams. We don't have enough height on the team to protect us from set plays. Nkunku, Enzo, and Mudryk, everybody is shot. If we can actually recruit some top players in the midfield area, I think we'll be good. At least he had more game time than Papi Chibulucci. That's one name I cannot pronounce. What a sign.
Yes.
Go ahead, DJ, if you're trying to pronounce it.
It's Delaboji, his name is. Yeah,
okay.
I remember him. Yeah, God.
I'm not even going to practice. For the life of me, I'm not. I don't know why we signed him. I think it's one of those times where we were just we were signing players like like fishermen, how they throw their net into the water or the ocean, try whatever, just be lucky. However it turns out, we were willing to take the L in most cases because he has worked some cases on some occasions. Sometimes I get emotional and sympathetic hearing of players dilemma at Chelsea who always want to play for us but never got the chance. Or maybe it didn't really work. And in Baba Rahman's case, you could say didn't get too many chances. Because when he played, I think he did well enough, good enough. He's one of them. I have to be honest. I think Lukaku plus money for Onana will be done later in the window if United cannot afford him. Now, I don't see Inter want money. They don't want a player exchange. I have to say that again. Inter are selling Brozovic. I think that he's been sold already. Why we need a Vlahovic when we have Nkunku, Johnson? I don't understand that. No, there's no way to tell whether we really want Vlahovic. I don't know. I really enjoy this channel. Thank you so much for saying that. Kunle Kuku, I appreciate you, my Niger brother. Always looking forward to tuning in. Can we look at the players we have at the moment against their positions and suggest best fit for the positions? I think we'll do that. That would take a lot of work, which probably will derail the show for the day. So I will highlight that. If we have time enough, then we'll do that towards the end of the show. Our new sponsors is Hilton Hotels. That's for the training kit, not the main sponsors. SMS from Lazio will be still for 30 million, experience and physical.
Yep.
And baller too. Good passer of the ball. He has good passing range too. Nah, Hilton's is just covering. Is this just a preseason or the training kit? I don't want Lukaku. Chelsea. Yeah, here's a link to the article in question. It will help you understand who Mauricio Pochettino is, how he likes to operate. You will learn quite a lot from him. Go check it out. It's on Chelsea Perspective blog. The link is there. Please and be sure to leave a comment. I have left comment, and I'm not happy that Jerry hasn't actually responded to my comments on this article. It offers a fresh perspective. The article in question offers a fresh perspective you wouldn't want to miss, especially in light of Pochettino's recent interview. Like, subscribe, and dive into the insightful analysis. I think it's a delicious article, and you will like it. Big up to you too. I hope you're doing well. I believe this Vlahovic agent, agent talk. We have held no talks or anything for him. We haven't. I don't believe we have. Follow and subscribe to the channel, guys, and don't forget to invite people to do the same. We are at 62 likes right now. Let's get it to 100 and shoot for 300. Chelsea linked with SMS, but not a priority according to reports. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, hitters covering the preseason tour, but we still looking for shirt sponsor for 23-24, and I don't think it's going to be Steak. DJ, I don't know. You sounded like you wanted to say something.
No, just sorry on what I think Martin said it on about regarding Vlahovic. I've always said it. No talks have begun yet. Yes, it's currently agent talk at the moment, but as I said, don't rule anything out before the end of the season for Vlahovic.
Yeah, don't rule it out. I think you said that. You've said that quite a lot, and I'm starting to believe something will happen because I trust you. Yes, people. Okay, from now on, pay attention to the current topic. Please do not. If your comment is not aligned with the current topic, I will not read it. More importantly, I know you already know that I'm not fully fit to be reading that much. Otherwise, I'm going to lose my voice again. So make sure that whatever you have in the comment section is aligned with two. And I'm going to just make two exceptions here because they've had it there before. So Bali is causing anxiety in a lot of football players in high school worldwide. Most are starting to doubt whether it's already too late for them to succeed as professional footballers at 19. Chelsea have offered a contract to Lavia. Yeah, I've seen something to that effect. Good day to you too, Yendikachi. Right now, from now on, please be sure that whatever you have in the comment section is aligned with the current topic. I'm not fully fit to read everything. I like interacting with you, but switching topics like this in seconds can be exhausting. Please, let's keep the topics online. So let's see what else you have there. Let's see what else we have lined up. Kids, new training drip. It's called and I like it. I like the new training. I like that's actually a dark blue. The shoulder for instance, the one Enzo is wearing, is that really black? I think it's more of a blue, more of a navy blue, with Tavago there, and the gold touch with the Nike icon in the badge. I think it's good. For me, I like it. And if you're in the chat, your thoughts, the training kit, I like it. Grab yours today. DJ, what do you make of it?
Yeah, I really like it. I think it's really, really nice. Obviously, I'm going to obviously try and see if I can get my hands on that at some point, but I don't know when though. But definitely, I definitely will go for that. I do like it.
And I'm going to say this: I actually prefer getting training kits than the men jerseys, mainly because to me, in most cases, the training kits look nicer. But yeah, I do get jerseys every now and then, but I prefer getting the training kits. I like them very well. IBC, big up to you, brother. I hope you're doing well. I don't know if you have anything to add to this particular thing.
Big up. I'm big up everyone. I'm gonna talk in like 2 minutes. I just need to leave the room. I'm gonna talk in 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes, guys.
All right. Take your time, brother. I know you're probably at work. All right, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go a long way. And if you haven't, do subscribe to the channel. We have wow. I'm gonna try to find this one. Something that has been talked about with regards to Mauricio Pochettino, how he likes to operate. I'm seeing something. Let me find it and bring it up on the screen quickly. If you're in the chat, what you make of the new training kit? And I'll say this again, please, but out of respect, I'm going to get the last comment I have in the chat. But beyond that, if you put anything that's not aligned with the current comment, current topic, I'm going to skip it, no matter who you are. And I'm serious. As much as I like interacting with you, it can be exhausting. I'm not talking about the Jersey right now. He's responding to what I said. Coach, I'm sorry. I was completely captivated by Poch's aura yesterday. I was completely lost in the moment, and could not help but be in awe. Yeah, I understand how you feel. But yeah, at least as one of your customers, you should take a second to respond to my comment in your article. I like the training kits. It looks crisp to me. I like it. I really like the color combo there, and I think that's navy blue. One of the worst Chelsea signings was Danny Drinkwater. Danny Drink Wine. You don't know his name. If you don't know his name, let me tell you, his name is Danny Drink Wine. His name changed to Danny Drink Wine. Last name, you can say middle name, Enjoy Life. He came to Chelsea to retire. Just elaborating on my short team comments before Kepa is the worst keeper at corners and set plays. Okay, I even seen in Chelsea history, he doesn't claim his box and gets us a very shot also. Okay, let's see what happens. Coach, did Poch recommend the white color? I would anyways forgive he had done so after he admitted that CFC we're the biggest club in England for the last 20 years. Sports fans, you should see their comments on Twitter. They're crying. And my response to all those sports fans crying is just use somebody handing out tissue emoji. They're really crying. It would be even more painful if we start winning games and winning trophies. It is awesome. I like it too. The away kit was released earlier too. The blue geometric ones, which I said to me a bit too much for me. Could have been a little more subtle, but I still like it. At least it's not hideous. I need the training kit, especially the one on Enzo. And then I wait the main jersey and who sponsors us. I think I understand that quite well. Let's see what happens. I like the training kit, and I think I'll get that one first before anything else. But IBZ, I'm sure you've seen the design. Do you like it?
Yes. Big up, everyone. How you doing?
Big up to you too, brother. How are you doing?
Big up, IBZ. How are you, bro? You all right?
Oh, good. Not too bad. I've heard my gaffer speak. I've heard him, I've heard my gaffer, I've heard him speak. So yeah, I'm happy. Good to go. You not hear me?
Yeah, sorry. And I'll get to you. I'll ask you a question soon because we're getting, I think it's the next topic lined up. I will ask you your favorite part of this interview. What stood out for you? What's the highlight for you? But we'll get to that in a bit. Go ahead.
Yeah, so the training kit, that's already on the way to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a matter of time. I've already pre-ordered mine.
Nice.
So it's just a matter of time. I always get the training kits over the years. Last year, the year before, it won't stop. And this year it looks even better. So I'll definitely be getting a winter version and a summer version. So yeah, that's me. Yeah. On top of my Nkuku shirt that I said I will get.
Have you done that?
To acknowledge.
Have you got it, bro?
Acknowledge the transfer happening.
Oh, see. Have you already got an order? I think he's wearing the number 11. I think he's wearing the number 11 shirt, by the way.
Whatever he's getting, I'm getting it. I was one of the first. Well, I think I was the only one out of the Chelsea fan base to deny the fact that he's coming. I didn't believe it, but he's here, so I'm gonna get it.
Excellent, mate. Excellent, bruv. Excellent.
All right, thank you, brother. Let me get what we have in the chat so that we'll round up with the training kit talk. I need the training kit, especially the one on Enzo, and then I've read that one. That one I like it. I think that's navy blue, not black, really. If you look at it, even from this distance, I could tell navy blue. The one that's totally blue, it's too much blue for me. I like the colors being mixed up a bit. But let's see. That's more of a jacket than a training jersey. Kachila, do you think the training kit is important? It's still, I don't know. For me, I like it. I usually like buying training kits. To me, I don't want to get into whether it's important or not. I'm not too sure what I think about with regards to that question. In Poch's interview, he was repping the new training kit, and the shots were I think they were fire. Their community, we have some exciting updates for the program to enhance its quality and effectiveness. One important aspect is ensuring that our discussion remain aligned with the topic at hand. And that doesn't mean you shouldn't be having a conversation with fellow community members. It just means if I get to it, if I see you, I'll just skip it. No need wasting time when you're having conversation with someone else, if that makes sense. You're allowed to have conversation with people, but I'm just letting you know when it's not in line with the current topic, I will skip it in most cases. There's a dark and gray kit to my style. I liked last season of Fud kit, and you can say, what color was that actually? Was that beige or something? I think we are losing him. Losing who? I'm not too sure what you're talking about there. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. And also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I'm glad that you're feeling good, coach, today. And a big up to DJ. Thank you so much for saying that. I appreciate you, brother. Let's see what else we have lined up here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. We are we aren't going with stake as some sponsors anymore. FIFA banned gambling brands from 25th, you can say 2025 to 2026 season. I'm not sure. So that 5-year deal been flushed down the toilet. I hope so for other reasons too. Coach, the moment you had a difficulty pronouncing the name, I knew he will not be coming to CRC, but to join Sports. Thanks for the resistance you showed in pronouncing, and you end up having the name there, Angie Postecoglou. I think I ended up learning how to pronounce his name. Pochettino made a strong statement yesterday, indirectly burying, you can say, burying Tottenham and proclaiming himself as a true proper Chelsea. I think he did that, but we'll get to that in a bit. I think that's the next item we have lined up. Who would you all want to wear the number 10? I think Nkunku. If it's up to sign any other player who, when we look at them, we say, okay, maybe that's the person that deserves to wear that number. My pick is Enzo. Maybe Enzo, but maybe Nkunku, but we'll see. IBZ did someone jack your brand new mic. You've gone from Barry White to a robot. I think it's probably on the road.
I'm on the road, beautiful game.
I'm
not indoors, beautiful. So sorry, I'm so sorry.
You see how much everybody loves that microphone. Poch was wearing a white jersey and buried spots. They are going with the banter. Sterling and Correa should find a new team. Okay, right now, but first visual, nice to see you. I think you want to hear when we said that. And if you're a moderator, when people posting comments that they expect me to read, and it's not aligned with the current comments, please, current topic, please do let them know that we need the topics to be aligned so that I don't get tired easily, especially now that I'm not fully fit, if that makes sense. I would prefer to get a Premier League winning kid. Do you mean kid? I'm not too sure, but keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes still go a long way. And also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Anything else here? Smash the like button, people. 74 likes, 26 more to get it to 100. Let's make it happen. Got it. No worries, bro. More importantly, I hope you're doing well. Let's see. He is here. Gimfi is here. Ines, nice to see you. It's been a while. I hope you're doing well. Makes sense. Let's see what else we have lined up here so we can knock it out. There you go. Let's talk about this, man. DJ, I'll start with you. I'm sure you've watched it more than once.
Yes, yes, I did.
Yeah. What's your highlight from that interview?
Mate, everything.
Comments, what he said that stood out for you. And if you're in the chat, do the same. What do you like the most about Mauricio Pochettino in that interview? Put it in the chat there. And when I get to reading what we have in the chat, I'll see. I'll try to cover whatever you have there. Go ahead, DJ.
I think for me, it was straight away from the beginning. He goes, Chelsea have been like the most successful club in the last 15 years. You know, one of the best clubs in the last 15 years. It's probably a little bit. I know people say Man City have got a thing on top of that, but yeah, I like that. I mean, I like his rapport, the way he came across. I mean, what I loved as well about what he said also was, I want the place to treat the ground as a family. It's a family, not just coming in there as friends, but treat it as a family, as your next family. Coming to the ground, learning, and just wanting to win, the aura about him, wanting to just win. And I think once that goes across to the players or Kachila, I think the players will take that on board. I think everything about him, confident. He's obviously it seems like he wanted to come to Chelsea for quite some time, for a long time, from listening to what he had to say, and the way he just completely said what he had to say. I heard all the Tottenham fans afterwards all got upset by the comments he said about Chelsea, crying. But yeah, they were, mate. But people were saying, oh, obviously because he's got sick because he's at Chelsea now, so he has to say all that. But no, listen, it looks like he's liked Chelsea for a long. And to be honest with you, I have to say, in his interviews that he's had when he was Tottenham manager, he has always given respect to Chelsea. Every time he's had his interviews with Spurs, or he's had after games have finished, or the live matches have been done, or whatever it might be, he's always said good things about us afterwards. So I don't think he's I don't think he's ever muddered us.
Even when he was at Sports, he never said anything negative about us.
That's what I mean. It seems like he's always loved our football club. And listen, he's finally here now. I think he wants to make it work. I think everything about that whole interview. And as I was watching it once, twice, and I thought, you know what? you know, it's going to be a while. People are saying, okay, yeah, you know, we shouldn't be asking for too much from him this season where we want to get. But I tell you what, if the owners are going to back him, he gets the players that he wants. I said it already, Kachilla. I don't see why we can't challenge for top 4, at least, and I don't see why we can't at least win a cup next season with this guy. Even with the play, even as young as the squad might be, I still think with this guy's aura and everything, I think we got a chance of that. And if you can put that across to the players, I don't see why the players cannot perform for him. And he's just the kind of manager the players will want to look at and perform for. I'm not going to lie on that.
Yeah, that's the truth. And we will get into looking at what he said. All the most important beats of the interview. I think it's all on the screen there. We'll get to it in a bit. The interview was so good. I'm sure everybody on the panel here knows Helgi, my friend and brother and co-host, how he's been so skeptical about us hiring Pochettino over Postecoglou and other candidates like Luis Enrique and all that. And by the way, Enrique was my first choice. But I've always liked Poch, and I've always suspected he was probably on the list. The interview was so good that Helgi started saying that Poch deserves better owners than our current owners. I couldn't believe that coming from Helgi. But that's, by the way, I'm moving on to IBZ. IBZ, your thoughts? I'm sure. I don't know if you're like some of us have watched the interview over and over again. But what stood out for you, IBZ?
Thank you. I watched it, say, twice. I watched a little bit of a snippet, and then I watched the full interview last night. He said the right things in which we need to get the fans on side. He said the right things in which you want to create a identity,
conducive environment, working environment for everyone.
I didn't pay too much notice to the greatest club in 15 years comment, not because I don't think it's true, but because it's obviously it's like a fact. Obviously, Man City has eclipsed us. Let's have it right, unfortunately. But bar them, we've won 3 league titles within that time. We've won 2 Champions Leagues and FA Cups. So yes, we are certainly in that argument. But obviously not. Man City has just eclipsed that by winning 4 out of 5 league titles, a treble, and including Champions League, what have you. But he's saying the right things in which he knows that will galvanize the fan base to support, to get behind the team. And his language in terms of training, how he wants to create a training environment, not just for where players come to work, but players come to feel at home, is paramount to how the team will feel good and paramount to how the team will produce on the pitch. He wants to create a feel-good atmosphere. He knows the league, he knows the team, he knows how it operates, and he doesn't believe that Chelsea are far off to where that they need to be, which is absolutely motivating for me as a fan to see that the gaffer has positive mindset towards the direction of travel he wants to go. So it's a plus win-win for me in terms of the interview. He said all the correct things. Obviously, he's going to demand hard work. He's going to demand, players, quote unquote, like he says, die for the badge. So the level of commitment, players that he wants to have, players that want to be here. Not just players. Those type of languages shows that we are in for something special if we just give him the time and allow him the time to flourish that. So yeah, I'm happy. I've got more of a confidence now in the approach now that we have somebody in charge of the team that's going to guide us to many years of hopefully success. So I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I was saying it when it was rumored. I said, what could really we shouldn't really be angry that this is an ex-Tottenham guy or what have you. He really, I think DJ alluded to this now. I think he's probably wanted to be with Chelsea for a long time. Probably the opportunity's not been there. So
rather than where he was.
Yeah. So I'm happy. I'm excited. I don't want to jump on this bandwagon. There's a word that went around, which was aura. Unfortunately, I cannot deal with aura. I can only deal with results. So, I wouldn't want him to just have
But it's aura. A good start.
Oh, 100%. It's a very good start. I would like to see results implement, but I am not I am no way concerned. I am, I don't give managers thin line anyway. I don't say, oh, I need 6 months of, no. He gets the same time I would have given Thomas Tuchel when he came in to get his full squad and get himself galvanized. The same thing I'll give with Potter, and the same thing I'll give with Mauricio Pochettino. Just give him time. It sounds nice, but reality hits sometimes, and it may not be easy. But I am putting my confidence in this man to turn it around. He is an emotional character. What I've learned from Mauricio, he's an emotional character, and those emotions may be embedded into the squad, to relate to the players emotionally, so they understand the tasks at hand. You're playing for Chelsea Football Club. You're not just playing where winning is a demand every year. Unfortunately, sorry if you don't like it, but that's the crack. If you don't like it, then sorry, you can't be here, and it's evident with the amount of players that have left. So this is it, new era. I'm waiting for it. I'm happy for it, and I'm here to support Mauricio Pochettino, 23-24. Let's go.
All right, thank you so much. And for me, one of the most important things is that I learned from that interview that he's a humble guy. When I asked the question with regards whether he's improved, he says, yes, of course I've improved. After the experience and all of that, something to that effect, that moved me because not every manager at this level will even go to the extent of saying they've improved, which means you're admitting you don't know everything before, that you're still learning. I think he's a humble guy, and that means a lot to me. Poch knew what he was doing. Exactly, you could say that. What else do we have here? And because you weren't here, I think I'm going to highlight this and try to address it. We're serious about buying Moises Caicedo, but that's where I leave it at that, because right now we're talking about Pochettino. We don't know the switching about topics between topics just like that. It can be exhausting. Why are they going slow? Because negotiations are involved, if that makes sense. I hope that's nothing extraordinary. In perspective, Poch just spelled the truth. You're saying with regards to Chelsea being one of the most successful clubs in England in the last 20 years or so. I think that's the truth. Smash the like button, people. 86 likes, 14 more to get it to 100. Let's make it happen, people. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. And for those of you that are watching, but for one reason or the other not able to participate in the chat, please take a second, drop a like on the stream, and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Poch, just speaking facts, I agree with you. No crap. Just being a good tactician isn't enough. Good managers need to step up from clubs like Southampton, Tottenham, in order to win trophies and be recognized with the critics. And we are, and he's there now. And you can see the way he was carrying himself during the interview. You can sense confidence in him, as if he knows, okay, this is a time, an opportunity for me to win something in England, and I think this is the right place to do. Again, the right place. That he feels like he's at the right place to achieve something in England. If you can sign players who is not tested in the EPL, Enzo, and all that, I'm going to skip this topic because we want to keep it in line.
Coach. I was gonna allude to that, just not to go on a tangent. But you see, when you're saying with the comments that are not aligning with the topics, I was just gonna say, just scan through the comments that you see. If the comments are not aligning with the topic, you just don't even read them. You just read the ones that you feel that have the keywords of what you're talking about, and it'll be good to go. Because I feel some people they just tune in it, and they just put in what they want to say because they're just tuning into the Chelsea channel. You feel me? But yeah, just a heads up in it. Don't you get me? Yeah. And those in the chat should help educate the person so they understand. It's not like I'm ignoring them. It's just a process. I like Pochettino's interview, but he needs the right tools to make Chelsea great. Just a good interview isn't enough. I use the same thing IBZ said, but it's a good start. It shows you, you could sense that he's confident and that he strongly believes that he's at the club where he get the chance to win something in England. And that's a good start for me. There's something I like about this guy, Cherki. Okay, let's see. Let's go. What else do we have here? I was captivated by his attitude and commitment to innovation. He did talk about that too. Also, staying ahead of the curve. His growth mindset and ability to learn from past experiences truly impressed me. Yep, something I alluded to a bit. Can I just add to that? Go ahead. That is correct, and this is what we were discussing when we were discussing. Oh, he used to manage Spurs. what you just said there is a testament to what we were discussing. His ability to learn from the past experiences, impress yourself. So it shows that, you know, people learn, players learn, you know, football managers learn. You learn from your experiences. You're still in the thing, but you learn from your experiences and use that experiences to, in any walk of life. There's certain things everyone has been through in life, and you know that you're not going to touch that again. And you know that with that experience, it's going to make you better. So with that being said, I believe that those type of experiences that he's had in the past can only make you better. Whether it be Southampton, he might need something he learned from Southampton to implement at Chelsea. He might use something at Tottenham to implement at Chelsea, PSG. You understand? So those type of things will be experiences that can only be better for us. So yeah, that's that. I heard that comment right there from Jerry Z, bro.
Yeah, and he did say something to the effect that he and his staff, they took time to assess what they've done, whether there's something to the effect of where they make mistakes and how they can improve. And that is good. He firmly recognizes Chelsea as a winning club where the culture revolves around success. His unwavering clarity of vision emphasizes the importance of playing for the badge. Yep, he did say that also. I think he understands. Probably, I don't know if he did his research to know, again, to learn what the fans need to hear. But it's a good start. Like IBZ says, he wants results. Beyond a good interview, he wants results, and that's where I am. I'm there too. Lots of running and punches training builds up the stamina, which is what we need. And his approach to football simply means you have to be very fit. Otherwise, you're not going to get a chance to play. Mauricio Pochettino left Tottenham fans stunned following his claims that Chelsea are England's greatest team of the last 15 years. Yes, that's correct. 15 years was the number he mentioned. But thank you for saying that. I appreciate you saying that. Facts. Let's see what else do we have here. This question, this was still talking about Pochettino. And Steph, thank you for that question. Do you think Pochettino is better than Tuchel and Graham Potter? We want a bloody result and success. Chelsea is about winning the trophy. For a start, I'll just tell you, I think he's better than Graham Potter, given how well he's done overall. With Tuchel, right now, if you're being honest, Tuchel has won more than him. So simple. If we're basing our judgment on that, on what the managers have won, Tuchel is better than him, and he is better than Graham Potter. It's as simple as that right now. But I think he's good. I think he's capable of achieving whatever Tuchel has achieved as a manager, if he gets the opportunity, if that makes sense. We'll talk about that in a bit, and then you hear where we are. One crying sports fans commented on TalkSports, wow, he could easily have said one of the best teams, but chose not.
Did he not say one of the best teams? Someone remind me. Did he say the best or one of the best? I thought I heard one of the best.
Maybe I think he used another term. He didn't say best. He used another term. I recall quite. I can recall quite well. But the term he used is what I don't recall. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think he said one of the best, but I'm gonna go back and listen again.
He didn't use the term best. I think he used something close to something similar to biggest. Yeah, not best.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So that's going to be painful to them. I think he didn't even say. I think the issue is that I don't think he said one of the. I think he just went straight to going there. He said the biggest in England for the last 15 years, which if you pay attention to it, actually the truth. We've won more in the last 15 years or so in total.
Yeah. I'm not disputing.
So I think that's where the issue lies. He used
obviously be angry about
and not one of them.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But yes, it's neither here nor there. It's fact. He's not lying. He's not telling.
No, he didn't lie. That's the truth. Yeah.
Apart from Manchester City, I mean, who's won more? I mean, yeah, you could argue Liverpool, but really, they only won one Champions League and one Premier League in 30 years. We've done more than that within that period. So,
do you know what? Do you know how I look at that one though, IBC? Basically, we've won everything. When I say that, we've won it all.
We've won everything.
Man City. When you say Man City, but yeah, okay, they've got the Premier. With Chelsea, I think what people forgot to mention to add yesterday. I know he said within the last 15 years, but we've actually won 5 Premiership titles in total. Yeah, but I was watching the Sky stats.
Arsenal.
Yeah, because I was watching the Sky stats yesterday when it was on Sky. They only showed Chelsea showing 3 Premiership titles. I thought that was wrong because they put two Champions Leagues on there, but they didn't put and they put 3 Prems. There's actually 5 premierships we've actually won in
mean,
total. But they didn't put
Yeah,
that on the
5? I
stats
think is
yesterday.
it 5?
Five,
Yeah,
yeah,
five.
five.
Okay, it's 5.
Twice.
With Mourinho.
Carlo Ancelotti 1, Jose Mourinho 3,
Three.
Antonio Conte 1.
Yeah, 3 with Jose, 1 with Conte, 1 with Ancelotti.
Carlo.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 5 in total. Yes, people,
Yeah,
keep
5.
dropping the likes on the stream, people. And as I've told you, if your comment is not online, for Santiago Munoz, I'm just going to highlight this comment. I will come back to it later. And any updates on Moises Caicedo, stay tuned. We'll get to that in a bit, if that makes sense. But thank you so much. If you're a moderator, somebody like Jesse, and all this, please remind them to keep it online. But I'm going to highlight it anyway. I think there's actually a tab for questions where I can also ask you to drop your questions there. So the whole questions will be lined up, and then we'll take care of that later. Coach, yeah, thank you so much, brother. Yeah, I understand that, but I'm just letting people know if you're having a conversation, I see it, I'll just skip. But thank you for saying that. Everyone kind of quiet lately. That could only mean one thing. Yeah, we're working behind the scenes. I think that one is acceptable. Aura will definitely be a thing. We've missed having a manager since Tuchel departed. The aura is the seed of hope that these will work out at this point. This is one of the delicious comments of the day. Brian isn't there. Jackson CFC isn't there. So I'm going to label it a delicious comment even before he gets it said. So thank you for saying that. What else do you have to say with regards to okay, Alex Belay, I'll get to your comment in a bit. Let me just highlight it. We're talking about Mauricio Pochettino right now. Yeah, keep dropping the likes on the stream. Big up Kachila, big up to you too. IBZ Pochettino era, let's go. His interview yesterday told me he's coming to bring a strict rules to his philosophy. What are you most excited about? Everything he said during the interview. The fact that he understands the culture at Chelsea is about winning. He wants players who would want to die for the club. He wants to create a conducive environment for everybody to feel at home, even though you're at work. But at the same time, you have to work your socks off, if that makes sense. That made me very happy. So I appreciate that, hearing that from him. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go along with Pochettino words ring clear. Chelsea stands as the greatest team in England and one of the finest in Europe. It's as simple as that. Anybody can, if they like, Nigerians will say, go Hawk Transformer. Let me see what else we have here. Some things I want to read here. Is Chelsea serious of buying Caicedo? I just lined them. Let me just knock them out before we switch to the next topic. Yeah, we're serious. I think I've addressed that one already. This one here is from Santiago Muno. Football.London understands Chelsea are considering making a move for Rayan Cherki. Scouts watched him several times last season whilst tracking Melo Gusto. Okay, maybe we'd go for him, but let's see what happens. Moises Caicedo talks with Brighton are very positive. Chelsea want to reach a verbal agreement, but 4 officials. That's Felix Johnson. And I'm sorry to tell you this, I really do not trust Felix Johnson. Chelsea is behind from top clubs in summer signings. We must sign 2 strong midfielders and 1 best striker, unless it will be busted. Here's the thing. The season is still a long way to go. The transfer window is still a long way to go, so I'm not panicking, if that makes sense. Let's see, what else do we have here? I think I've read that one. Pochettino words. Yep, I've read that one there. Check your replace Mount. Okay, that's following what I just read. Let's see what will be our favorite comments are coming from Poch. Some of the tune we got from Tuchel. We will fight and we will hunt down teams like City. Being specific, I like that myself. I am not sold in this interview. All the kids we are buying, we may never see them at Chelsea shirt. Yeah, that's why I'm not worried. We're not buying them to come straight into the team. Some of them will end up going out on loan and all that. Why are we not buying 24 to 25 players with experience? Age doesn't really mean experience. For instance, Caicedo is just how old? I think at most 22 or 23. I'm not too sure. I think around 22. But he's kind of had enough experience that, yeah, if you have him on the team, you say, yeah, he's experienced. If Chelsea can buy Cherki and Caicedo, we are going to win the league. Okay, let's see what else we have here. It's 5 Premier Leagues If you include last 20 years, okay, thank you for that. Last 15 years, from 2008, it's only 3 Premier League titles. Ancelotti, 09, Jose, 14, 15, and 16, 17. So thank you for that, brother. Aaron, I appreciate you saying that. I don't want to say Aaron like Ian Pele in that comedy skit, but that's by the way. The important thing with Poch is that the players will see this interview and be impressed with this interview, thus making them buy into his methods right away. Let's see what else we have here. And Tabejo, you've been here for a while and I haven't asked you anything, but I'm going to get to you in a bit. Understand Newcastle recently inquired to Chelsea and Conor Gallagher, Trevor Chalobah, and Marco Correa. Okay, let's see. And rumors are that if we get a good enough fee, we're willing to sell Marco Correa. Right now, I'm going to scroll to the quite a lot. Okay, Mudryk has to start next season. He's just arrived from the Ukraine league, and he doesn't have continuity. I think he gets a lot of chance, that's for sure. No denying that. He's a good player. More importantly, after my interview with Coach, I will assume the role of comment moderator or studio engineer, as it is called, in the chat, and I kindly request the community to adhere to the rules and keep the communication focus on the topic at hand. You can have conversations, that's fine, but just know if I'm focused on a particular topic, if I get to your topic and it's not online, I will skip it. At least we are now truly done with That's Life. Boys gave their all. Finally, happy to welcome Poch. Honestly, I'm happy to have him. I think it is to develop them. Maybe years later, they will join the first team. And some of them will be sold, actually, because there's no way we'll be able to accommodate them all. I think that makes sense. Let's see. Understand Matthews of France is currently seen as our first team player, not a lone player, Felix Johnson. Yep, and I think my friend Jessica Frota, she did say something to that effect too. When will Chelsea unveil their home and away kits and jersey? We've talked about the training kit here a second ago. Inter want to sell Onana to United before making a move for Lukaku. Then they're not serious. I will not be surprised if Varela or Redondo are pursued as one of our midfielders. Okay, thank you for that. Tabejo is out again. I wanted to ask him a question right now. Poch is the guy that would do the job for us. We are happy to have him. Whosoever is ready to play for Chelsea should get ready. It's as simple as that. I think Poch will get players relationship back again because he did speak about that interview. We need our players back, understanding each other, behaving like a family and all that, something to that effect. Tabejo, why did you leave? The moment I wanted to ask you a question. Coach, morning, glad you're better. Thank you so much for saying that. I am fed up with all these kids now. Honestly, you need some senior ballers. Let's see if that happens. I don't know if it is Tabejo is having a connection issue or something. I'm not too sure. Thiago Silva is the front runner to become the new Chelsea captain, which makes sense. The three outsiders are Reece James, Kepa, and Raheem Sterling. I don't think Raheem Sterling should be considered, actually. A final decision will be made later, during the preseason. I think it should be Thiago Silva. Big up to you too, Kishon, my American bro, my New York bro. The New York guy, Nizar, is on Sue's watch. Okay, let's see. What else do we have here? Coach, slightly off topic. Have you been watching Love Island? Oh, it's joking. Carry on with the show. Jerry, you're not doing your job properly. Here's the thing. I don't watch that show at all. I know it's a reality TV show. That's all I know. Silver for captain, Reece as the vice captain. That's it. That's how I see it too. But let's see what happens here. One good thing Poch said was what he only wants players who wants to be here. A bit concerned about Colwell, but I think Poch can show him correct place of CFC. Brighton, who? Yeah, good question. If he wants to stay, I think he stays. Caicedo. We'll get to that in a bit. I hope we'll get that done. And let me just say your name, Rahil Shella. Nice to see you, brother. I hope you're doing well. Is it Sheila or Shella? Smash the like button, people. 104 likes. Let's get the likes up. And please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Big up to you too, Bobby. Thank you for joining. I hope you're getting better and better by the day. always nice to see you. Kepa for captain, nah, get rid, not good enough. I don't think Mauricio Pochettino would give him that mantle, but let's see what happens. Do you think Poch was part of the outgoings? What? Yeah, I think it should be. Yeah, he's the manager. He's the one that will look at players and say, I don't think I can work with that player. I don't think that player fits into my preferred approach of the football and all that. I don't think the club would just send players out with. I think he's part of it. But if the club have a reason they want a particular player out, even if Poch wants him, I think they'd have a conversation, if that makes sense. After watching the interview, I can see that Pochettino is better than Postecoglou. I don't know what I was thinking. Even glad that we didn't get a Nagelsmann. I see it could not have motivated our young squad. Okay, thank you for that opinion right there. Brighton wants a Bassi to replace Colwell. Okay, let's move on. Okay, let's read parts of what we have. You can say parts of the interview that we have here on the screen. Apart from Caicedo, who else looks like coming into the club right now? Not too certain. You've heard from, you can say, from serious outlets, the likes of Fabrizio Romano, and I think Nizar Casella too. They're saying the focus now is on Moises Caicedo. Then after that, I think something I heard from Fabrizio Romano, was it a week ago or so, something to the effect of, we'd consider signing other midfielders, but that depends on how the preseason goes, which I interpreted to being the club wants to give the young stars a chance then before deciding whether to go out and buy more midfielders, if that makes sense. So nobody apart from Caicedo right now. Barbecues are better than skateboards, where you break your leg. In the case of Nagelsmann, he goes to skateboard and all that, and skiing. Let's see, says Bobby, will link with midfielders behind the scenes, but the priority now is to get the deal of Caicedo done. Okay, let's look at it. The first one, here's the thing. He says, I know very well that Chelsea is one of the greatest clubs in the world. That's globally. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes will go a long way. This one here, what else is that? Okay, that's that's the first one. The second highlight here says, I think it's the culture of winning. I think in the last 10, 12, 15 years, I think Chelsea is the greatest team in England, and that we know very well. So, IBC, you see that comment? The comment that makes sports fans to start crying. He says here, let's see, from here, it says, I think Chelsea is the greatest. He didn't say one of them.
Okay.
It's the greatest club in England. And everybody knows that practically. That's my interpretation of it. That's enough to make any sports fan cry. So I sense the issue was not one of them, not having the word one of there was the issue. Yeah. So it makes sense to you right now, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We should be buying first-team players. We're still talking about Pochettino right now, people. The plan was always to get 2 midfielders. Remember, because we went for Uriarte and that didn't work. Apparently, there are some promising young prospects at Strasbourg that we want to bring in. Okay, let's see what happens. A bigger panel, I will try and join when my morning treatment is complete. Okay, more importantly, you get better, brother. We appreciate you. Don't believe it, coach. Chelsea priority is buying more kits. But here's the thing. If we're being logical, we're not buying all those kids to come join the first team. How many have we bought now? It's up to 20 if you're counting them. I don't know the number, if I'm being honest, but I don't think we've bought all of them to be part of the first team. Some of them, they have a program in place for them. For instance, in the case of Casadei, he has to learn the language, go out on loan, I don't know how many times, and then be ready for the first team before we pay attention to him, and before he gets integrated into the first team. So I'm not worried about the kids we're signing, really, because it just doesn't make sense to believe you will get them to play in the first team immediately. Let's say Poch got Spurs fans crying by the statement. Yeah, and I like that. And if you see any of them, just use a tissue. Somebody handing out tissue emoji. It will make them feel better. Do you think Poch would do well at Chelsea? I think he will. I think he actually overachieved at Tottenham, and believe me, he would do well once he joined Chelsea. Everyone has gone. They have got Enzo Fernandez and Conor Gallagher at the club. There's talks of Moises Caicedo coming in. But that is all they've got. Potentially 3 midfielders. I think we'll still sign. Remember, the transfer window doesn't end until September 1st. There's still too much time, really. But I get it. We need to get our businesses done very soon, and the earlier the better. Maybe Poch was just repeating what was said in sports dressing room just to make them cry. I think I like that. Guys, like and subscribe to the channel, and do not forget to invite our loved ones. Let's push this to 500, at least 500 likes at least. Okay, we are at 111, so that's a good sign. Let's get the likes up, and also please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I appreciate you all. It's been an enjoyable show, and thank you for trying the best you can to keep the topics aligned. That does go along with action does speak louder than words. I agree with you. Let's see what our actions are. It's plural there. Yeah, does speak louder than words. Let's see, what else do we have here? That's life. Yeah, as long as you are giving it your all, that's life. Keep trying. What else do we have? We're reading his comments here. So I think this one is longer, if that makes sense. Let me see. Where does it stop? Yeah, I know very well the Premier League. I know very well that okay, I know very well what that means to the Chelsea to be at Chelsea. Yeah, to be Chelsea, the culture of Chelsea. And thank you for saying that. He gets it. The man gets it, and that makes me happy. So we'll read this one, and the following one is this. Sorry, I have to put it in a way that it's lined up. Mauricio Pochettino, when asked about the team's age, that's important. He says it's really exciting for us because I think we'll love the good players. We love the players with capacity and talent. Wow. I like that. It's really exciting for us because I think we love the good players. We love the players with capacity and talent. But we also want people that want to be with us. I want to be this club. I want to be with this club and be open to helping those that want to be here. I'm guessing that's what. Yep. Yep. And be open to helping the club achieve what we want. And he using the term "we," and that made me happy too. DJ, you have anything to add to that one?
No, everything. I think there's a second interview on there as well, Kachilla. I'm not sure. I just saw it now on the Chelsea thing. I don't know if you want to check that one out. But no, everything you've just said there. No, I've got nothing else to add to it, mate.
Yeah, thank you so much, brother. So we're going to keep going. It's just reading his comments. We've talked about that at length already. Let's see what else we have here. Coach, will you be doing a vlog from the US? Yeah. I'm talking to a lot of people. I've asked him, even if he doesn't. I've told him even if he doesn't want to be on camera, he can help us get the pre-match warm up and all that. Because this is the games are concentrated. You can say in the East Coast. I leave as far as Las Vegas, so it would take traveling. And there's no time to go through the process of getting the press license so that I can get access to interviewing the players. No, maybe during the Club World Cup I'll be able to do that. So let's see. A lot of people has promised to bring us live pictures from the stadium. I hope he's able to do that on the day. Coach, were you invited to the barbecue? No, I wasn't. I wasn't. And by the way, just quickly, happy 4th of July to my fellow Americans. And to those of our followers who are Americans, happy 4th of July to you all. And for those of you that are traveling to spend it with your loved ones, or that have traveled to spend the 4th of July with your loved ones, happy 4th of July to all of you. Safe trip back home. And if you're still traveling, safe trip to wherever you're going. And I'm glad I remember that. And thank you for saying barbecue. That was why that came to mind. Apparently, a 19-year-old CM named Habib Diarra is really good. Man, you wanted him. I haven't heard anything with regards to that. If Pochettino means his words and all players act accordingly and staff support and journey of the contract, then fans must be ready for the victories. I think we'll get there. For the panel, what do you expect to see under Pochettino in the new coming season, and who do you want to see in the starting 11? I think that would distract us a bit. So I'm going to highlight it. If we have time enough, we will address it just like I did before. If that makes sense, let me highlight this items we've addressed here. So when I come there, I'll have only items we haven't addressed. Let me see. Just give me 1 second, people. I'll get back to you in a bit. Yeah, what else do we have here? And this one says Chesapeake coach. I guess fans are frustrated because after we saw Pochettino's interview yesterday, he's ready, but he needs players, not kids. I think we'll get that. And I can't say this enough. Does it make sense to you that we're signing all those young players to be part of the first team? No. Second facet, you say they are one of the biggest team in the world. You don't use the word greatest reference in a team, a time period where you passionately led their rivals. That twisting the dagger. Yeah, he said quite a lot that will pain them quite a lot. Because clubs know we need to buy goalkeepers. As Mendy being sold, do you think that was a tactical plan? I'm not too sure what to make of that, really. But I think we'll sign a goalkeeper. Who will that end up being? I honestly do not know. I hope you guys don't have too much expectations this season. Yeah, too many new players who have almost no experience and never played in the Premier League. You could say tame your expectations. Don't expect too much. So that again, if we don't, you could say if we don't get to do as well as you expect us to do, then you'll be fine. But remember, I'm telling you this right now. I think we still do better than a lot of people expect us to do. I'm just going to leave it at that. But more importantly, we have to be strategic in the current transfer window. Coach, our community has already embraced Pochettino's philosophy of unity and family bonds. Look, you have to be. Look, if you're a good orator, you can win anybody. You can get anybody to come to your side. It's as simple as that. Pochettino says when you sign a contract, you're paid to train. It's as simple as that, not play. I wonder how certain players are going to interpret that statement. You could argue Aaron Judge, the true remains the players we have right now, won't have much issue with that. I think let's see what happens. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. 114 likes. Let's see how soon we can get it to 200. Let's make that happen. Coach, are we serious in signing Cherki from Lyon? I don't know. Rumors are that we're considering making a move for him at this point. I have finished my remedy and I'm feeling some itching on my throat. I hope I'll be all right. Understand, despite being told Colwell is not for sale, Liverpool has spoken to Levi Colwell's camp again, stating even at a record price, they will be interested. He's that good, and that's why we're not looking to sell him. And rumors are that we have a new contract on the table for him, and he's willing to stay, but he wants to speak with the manager first. Big up to you too. Blue is a caller. Nice to see you. I appreciate you finding the time to join. That was a PR talk. Okay. But thank you more importantly for joining Blue is a caller. In case Poch managership ends, CFC should make him official spokesperson after that. Would be perfect to have more statements of praise. I think he's a good orator overall. We know Kepa shouldn't be our number one. We've been told from Nizar about Kepa being number one. I think it's a lie. We are going for a number one goalkeeper. Yeah, I think we'll sign a new goalkeeper, and we will not sign a goalkeeper just to come in and be a number two. I think we'll spend a lot of money on goalkeepers, and we're signing a goalkeeper to come in and be. You can say we'll sign a goalkeeper. We're sure. We're going to sign a goalkeeper. We'll be sure it's going to be better than Kepa Arrizabalaga and the rest of the goalkeepers we have within our ranks. In no time, we should bring some players as soon as possible. There's still time, but I get your frustration. If that makes sense. Let's see. You see Pochettino 260s one stays in defense and one of them attacks. I remember when he had Wanyama. I love Dembele so much. I don't like Wanyama that much, but I love Dembele. Do you think he would do the same? I think he would if he plays with a 4-2-3-1, which is the structures he used predominantly at Tottenham. But let's see what happens. Are we done with signing a striker? I'm not too sure, but we'll find a Santiago. He's having a conversation there. Let's see what else we have here. I can think I've read that one too. I'm going to move on to the next topic in a bit. Chelsea insisting on signing Diogo Costa, and agent Georgie Mendes is on the deals. Wow, okay. I hope we'll sign him. I like I like Diogo Costa, but I have to say, as much as I like him as a shotstopper, I'm not too sure how good he is with his feet. I get it. Chelsea all the way will always argue playing out from the back is overrated, but I think otherwise. Poch was fine with Hugo Lloris, and Poch is fine with Kepa. Poch will organize games so that it's played on the other half of the pitch, and our goalkeeper will see, you can say, less shots from the opposition players. Yeah, I think that makes sense. But let's see. Maybe we must talk to Karius, former Liverpool goalkeeper, to challenge Kepa. They are both on the same level. Yeah, some people change his name to do that as Karius. Just give me 1 second. All right, sorry, people. Whenever I have to come, I prefer going off the camera to do that. It's not a pleasant sound. Every day we are linked to another kid, and they say we don't have money for goalkeepers. I think we have money for goalkeepers. Forget everything you're hearing there. There's no way to guarantee, to confirm that the club has said they don't have money for a goalkeeper. If we truly do need one, I think they will go for one. Let's see what else we have lined up here. We have any more topic statement from him? This one here, I think that's not the last one, actually. This says, of course, there are always ups and downs in the history of football. I think Chelsea is a club that's impossible, to have these ups and downs. We need to be sure that we bring what the club needs to be at the top. That's just him saying that we shouldn't have struggled as much as we struggled last season, because the history of the club is top. Yeah, so we need to keep it at that level, and I like that comment overall. And that's just me. This one here, he says, Mauricio Pochettino on a winning culture, mentality, and expectations at the training ground, to be open, to let us manage, and for us to create a platform for them to feel comfortable at the training ground. They need to have their space, and also feel important as well. Our expertise is to give Chelsea the best tools for the players to be successful and improve individually and collectively. I love that. So many good stuff during that interview that, I don't see anything that made me think, did we hire the right person? I really enjoyed listening. That's just him summarizing what he saw there. My friend Chelsea Dodger saying, I really enjoyed listening to Mauricio Pochettino's first words. Obviously, the main part is how we do on the pitch, but how you lead and conduct yourself off it. Again, how you conduct yourself off it matters to me. As Chelsea manager, we lacked authority the last year. Yep, I do hope Chelsea gives him all the tools he needs to be successful. That one is important. And just like IBZ said, beyond the interviews, you could say, how well we do on the pitch is very important, if that makes sense. So here we have this Mauricio Pochettino's barbecue picture from his first day at Chelsea. I know people say, I've heard people say he likes a barbecue, or he likes to make the training environment feel as like home. So I'm not sure whether to believe this or not. There's no way telling this was done at Chelsea, but I've heard before that he likes barbecuing and all that. So let's see what else we have here. Unfortunately, people, there's so much comment in the chat. I'm just going to scroll to the very bottom, and I'll try the best I can to get your subsequent contributions in the chat. I haven't read one of the comments. How did we miss out on Brozovic? I don't know. Did we want him? It doesn't look like we want him. Coach, I have shared a link to today's stream on some sports forums. So just Robin. So you want them to come start a fight here? Gallagher must prove Mason Mount a wronger for leaving Chelsea. Okay, thank you, Friday Guthrie, for saying that. What else do we have here? Inter wants 55 million. United doesn't have money for that. You're talking about Andre Onana, I guess. Let's see, what else do we have? Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. We are at 118 likes. Let's get the likes to 150 and shoot to 100. We can actually do that. Why not scout a Brazil for goalkeepers? It doesn't have to be from Brazil, but let's see. Just buy whoever Brighton will buy as a replacement for Caicedo. They obviously have a better scouting network than us. Buying randomly like it's a roulette. roulette table. And nice to see you, Glenn 10. Always nice to see you, brother. Wow, coach, you have such an aura today. Big up to you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm surprised that I'm even, this fit today because it was so off yesterday. I couldn't speak, honestly. I had to shut down the show. Let's see. I think we're gonna go all out for a striker, whether if it's Osimhen or Kane or Vlahovic or Gonzalo Ramos. Yeah, just take off Kane from that list. From that list, I have to be honest with you. I like you and I love you, but Kane shouldn't be on that list. It will never happen. Sign Moises Caicedo, Dr. Fofana as goalkeeper, and Dusan Vlahovic as soon as possible. Let's see what happens. Anything else to address here? Just a question for DJ. Okay, DJ, I'm going to ask you, read the question out for you. DJ Salva, do you know how much the Portuguese youngster, we got Diego Moreira, I think nobody mentioned how much we paid for him. DJ, did anybody mention how much we paid for Moreira? No, we signed him as a free agent from Benfica, more importantly, so we didn't pay any amount for him. So you don't hear anything with regards to sign-on fees. So I don't think it matters anyway. We have elite mods on this channel who are more than capable of dealing with any spuzzy spammers in the comments. Bring it on. If they join, good luck. Chelsea need to bring back Hazard. Miracle Ikenna. I like your name because I know the meaning. But Ikenna, thank you for finding the time to join the show. To join the show one day, I appreciate that. Cherki, Caicedo, Diego, and Vlahovic is then it's a great window for you. But let's see, he's free. Yeah, so we didn't pay anything to sign him. Harry Kane is coming to play Champions League football next season on a free transfer to his Gefa. That is just what you think would happen. But let's see. What else do we have here? Just quickly. Anything else? He's a free agent. Yep. So we didn't pay anything for him. You're talking about Diego Moreira. I said, does he? Okay. Anything about him? Because I know DJ Sava. Yeah. His dad is Portuguese. I think that's. I don't remember. But DJ, if you're there, the question is, how well do you know Diego Moreira? If you want to answer that question. Okay, it doesn't like DJ is available to speak now. When he comes back, I'd see if he can, if he willing, if he has anything if he wants to address that question. So let me just highlight it. But quickly, I'm going to go to Tabejo. He was on the panel. He left for some reason I do not know. I thought he was here for a fight. But the question is, what do you make of Mauricio Pochettino's interview? I think we're still on that. That is just the barbecue picture. I'm sure you probably watched it 10,000 times because I'm seeing your tweets and what you've been saying with regard to that interview. But what do you have to say to Beho? What do you make of it? What are your highlights from the interview? What stood out for you?
Yes, I want to fight.
Yeah, bring it on.
Big up, guys. How are you?
Big up to you too, brother. I can't complain. As you can see, I'm a lot better today.
Yeah, thanks God. To be honest, Coach, what I've laughed, and I hope fans like Johnny Minerals or fans of Kai Havertz, the most thing I loved about Pochettino, I want people that want to be here. I want people who want to be here. So I think that's why maybe he told the club, you know what, let's not force him to stay at Chelsea, let him go. Because the reports were saying Pochettino would love to work with Mason Mount, but he didn't have the power to control the situation. Maybe he was hoping to persuade Mason Mount to stay, but again, maybe his agents were pushing for this move. We don't know the behind the scenes, but I'm glad this saga is over. And then now he said it during the interview. I want players that want to be here. Simple as that. I think our fans should just stick with that mentality. And another thing, Coach. Oh man, what I love.
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
Oh man, he said he wants Carbon to feel like home. Oh man,
yeah,
wonderful. That means if players
he really moved you.
Yes, so if players have problems and stuff, that means they can go to him and discuss and everything. Even before the interview, if you watch it via YouTube, he was before they did the interview. He told him, "Look, you're my
Mm.
family." Oh man, this guy. I wish him all the
Yeah,
best,
he
and
told
then
the guy, yeah, you're
hopefully,
my family. We're one now. Yeah.
yes. So yes, he said the same thing. You're my family. We are one now. That's wonderful, wonderful.
Mm.
And then I wish he do well at Chelsea. He win trophies for us, just to slender Tottenham Spurs fans. Because after that interview, they got emotional. We saw a different types of uh, anger on Twitter. Even
Mm.
at Talk Sports, it's fine. This is football. So
Mm.
those two things move me, coach. Those two
Yeah, he
things.
does.
And,
Yeah.
and another thing, coach, he said, "Oh man, we're gonna work like animals." Oh man, this guy,
Yeah. He
coach,
hit the right notes.
his magic, Pochettino. His magic, Mauricio Pochettino. Welcome to Chelsea Football Club. Wish you all the best, Poch.
I wish him all the best. And I'm glad you
And
love him
coach,
so much. He's moved you. Yeah.
coach,
Yeah.
and,
You're not done. Go ahead.
another thing, coach. If you check
Mm.
at absolute Chelsea now, remember we talking about Hakim Ziyech injury?
Mm-hmm.
That was a lie because he said knee problem, right? And he laughed. If you check on the absolute Chelsea, now you will laugh. We said it. There's no way he felt medical, and I've told you like he played against South Africa, full 90 minutes. He didn't have a knock, nothing. So why all of a sudden you have injury issues? Oh man, I love this.
So you still think we'll find a buyer? Okay. Let's see what happens. All right. Thank you so much. That's so much energy from you. That really reflects the fact that you were moved by the interview, like lots of us were. But thank you for that. Kane got 30 goals plus twice. He also got beaten up for the Golden Boot twice, once by Salah, once by Haaland. Sums up a Sporsy for yeah. What even when they are at their best, they don't win anything. So the culture there is not to win. Coach, I will share with you a secret. Poch during his interview was just reading out the SMS messages he has been sending to Harry Kane for last 2 weeks. Possibly keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. Johnny Minerals and I don't want to talk about that. Johnny's actually my friend, but his approach is different. Yeah, 124 likes. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. Let's get it to 150 and shoot for 100. Kepa is not a good goalkeeper. Okay, we're talking about Pochettino right now, but he can. Dalo, thank you for putting that. I appreciate you. One day, I want to be here. I want to be here too because I'm enjoying myself. Even though I'm the host and it's a lot of work to interact with you, but I'm enjoying it. Come on, PR stuff. But by all means, fall in love. It's as simple as that. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. Best club in England last 20 years, right? Yeah, I take that. As long as Spurs finds out dying, that means a lot to me. Echo Chamber fan. Let's see what else do we have here. They hate Reece James quite a lot. Let's see. Shots fired. My guy comes straight into the pilot. Guns blazing. Brother chose violence. Yeah, Tabao sounds like he chose violence today. He doesn't care what you think. He's just happy. And I like the energy he's brought. Callum Hudson-Odoi has decided to leave Chelsea this summer. Good day, coach. Good day to you too, Adeba Balogun. I think we'll have that item lined up. I appreciate you joining. What else do we have? Pochettino saying that I want people who wanted to be here might have sent a message to Colwell, who's becoming, I wouldn't say he's become arrogant. I think he's doing what he feels like is right for him. But my opinion overall, I think he prefers remaining at Brighton than coming back to Chelsea. That is just my opinion. Let me be clear there. And a goalkeeper, I think we need one. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes will go a long way. Let's see. Tabejo made a lot of people happy, and I like that. Let's see what else we have here. Quite a lot. I might have to scroll to the very bottom. Yeah, but Tabejo Sports fans crying on the radio. Yeah, I hadn't seen that one. Actually, I need to see that. Mauricio Pochettino, his magic, love it. If he did said this today, I'd be asking you for your ID, Jerry Z. Let Chelsea buy a new goalkeeper. I think that will happen. So come down. What's the percent of Chelsea can get Kane or on a free next year? Minus 100%. Everything comes down whether we're able to make it into the Champions League. Plus, I think his loyalty to Spurs, he just wants to respect that. He's been there for a long time. But let's see what happens. Even as a free agent, I think it'd be difficult for Chelsea to get together. That's just my opinion. But let's see. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. Hope he does a Nick slide when we beat Spurs. I think so. I think they will go wait for him outside the stadium and deal with him. Honestly, if he does that, I don't think he'd do that. I think he's an intelligent man. I get it. Everything shows he actually he feels like it just feels as if he's been Chelsea manager for 2 years now. It just doesn't feel as if we just hired him. And I think the way he spoke to me, I get the impression that he feels like, yeah, this is a place where I get to win something in the Premier League. But I'm happy. The panel enthusiasts, I can't say it that well. The panels, let me just use the word energy, enthusiasm, compelled me to re-listen to the Poch interview. It was top-notch analysis, earning a 5-star rating. And that song at the end, wow, pure magic. I think excellent, you could say. Please, it's Chelsea. Hazard isn't coming back. He can move on from that one day. I hope Portugal can make a good barbecue so Todd Bollick can have a wonderful meal at Stamford Bridge and learn not to go into the dressing room. Hello to you too, Constantine Dante. Always nice to see you. Sorry, I can't say your name like I like to say it. I lost my voice, which was why we had to end yesterday's show earlier than usual. So I'm sorry about that, but nice to see you, brother. Poch is moving like Harry Styles, who's throwing their at him at the first game. Stop right now. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. Chilla, he says, I'm being cautious not to lose my voice again. This interview will make Colwell think twice about his approach before knocking on Poch's door. Even before this interview, I've always said the most Colwell gets from Poch is that we want you here. We want you to be part of the squad. Come fight for your place. And if you prove to be the better option, then you get to start. It's as simple as that. Big up Constantine there. Let's see what else we have lined up here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. We are at 127 likes. Let's get the likes up. Shoot for 200. I think we can. Chelsea are still trying to sign Porto goalkeeper Diogo Costa, and Jorge Mendes is trying to find a way to make this happen. I think if he becomes a #1 goalkeeper. Even though I'm going to say this, and I've said it 1,000 times, I'm not too sure how good he is on the ball. But that's just me, Coach. Can we hear that song again, please? Which one you referencing? That played at the end of the interview. I'm not going to play the interview here. Actually, sounded better, Coach, a lot better. But thank you for that. I appreciate that. What else do we have here? Constantine Dante. Yeah, how are you? Let's see what else we have there. Okay, people having conversations there. That's why Jerry Z needs to start work as soon as possible. Those games against stop next season. It will be spicy. It will be feisty. It will be spicy, feisty. One more word I'm looking for. I think it will be everything that you need in the derby. It's become sports derby. Probably has become one of the biggest. You can say even one of the biggest derbies we'll play in the coming season. Arsenal's, because of Kai Havertz and one of the players there, Jorginho, makes it big too. But I think that one will be bigger. So you'd prefer who between the stick? I want Onana. Onana is my first choice. His ability on the ball will be excellent, but because Poch is very direct. And sometimes if the goalkeeper can find the man who has the chance to run in behind the opposition defense, Onana is the guy that I see that's capable of doing that. You can say efficiently and consistently because he's good on the ball. Maignan, he's a good shot stopper, but his ability on the ball is suspicious. A suspect to me. What is up with the elephant in the room? We haven't talked about that today. I like the Trivago kids copying one of those 100%. I really like it. The color, and to me, is that really black? I'm not too sure. It looks like a navy blue to me. Maybe I can't quite see the color there. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. 128 likes. Please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't too. We're closing in to 13,000 subscribers. We're at 12,648 likes. So we don't need that much, about around 200 and something. We need just around 200 and something to get it to 13,000 subscribers, and I believe that will happen in a few days. Glenton, I cannot wait to witness Daniel Levy's reaction when we humiliate Sports Pochettino's vengeance in full swing. Let's see. I hope that happens. Let's see what else we have there. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. And once more, happy Independence Day, 4th of July, or Independence Day if you prefer, to my fellow Americans. And to those of you who are Americans, even if you don't follow Just a Perspective, happy Independence Day to you. Good day to you too, Oku Chagos Emoska, my in-law. Always nice to see you here. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining. N'Golo Kante's father died when he was 11. Okay, he worked as a garbage picker as a kid to help his family. Lost his brother a few months before the World Cup. Okay, I didn't know all that, but he is where he is today. He deserves all that. He's a hard worker, so God bless him even more. N'Golo Kante never gave up, and here he is receiving his Legion of Honor medal from President Macron. His inspiration to everyone. He is indeed an exemplary professional. Roger would prefer to say a consummate professional, and he's everything. I like him. Glenn, all good to saying hello to each other. So let's move on to the next topic, people. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Up Chelsea, blue is the color. Yep, Chigoze, thank you for saying that. What else do we have here? Thomas Tuchel will return to what club? To Chelsea? Okay, I remember you said that. Kante is the GOAT. Yep, Kante is the GOAT. Behavior-wise and however, whatever angle you want to see his life from, he's a good guy. Ojumu Taiwo, my Niger brother here. We are going to do well under Pochettino. Thank you for saying that. And I believe that too. Deep down in my heart, I know we will do better than a lot of people believe we'll do in the coming season. But we have to be strategic also with our signings this transfer window. Caicedo, Amrabat, not a bad shout. And Lavia for 150 million, 40 million for Gallagher, equal to 110 midfield for a long time. But let's see what the club does. Any update about Cherki? We're just interested. We just are interested in making a move for him. So right now, nothing concrete, if that makes sense. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. What else do we have lined up? Mauricio Pochettino's barbecue picture. And this one is shocking to me. I didn't believe this. Please remember to keep the topics aligned. And if you're a moderator, keep reminding those in the chat to keep the topics aligned. Chelsea have held talks with Southampton over a potential deal for the former right back, Tino Livramento, so to speak. That would entail loaning him back. I don't understand. I'm not too sure what to make of it. It's not like he's been in brilliant form for them. I get it, he's a good talent, but he was in a rush to leave Chelsea, and we wanted to keep him. We need to win one cup. His Mount, it looks like you're a Mason Mount fan, but let's see what happens. Okay, you wanna throw Chelsea, and you can't spell the word finish. Okay, congratulations to you. You succeeded. Understand Brazilian talent Angelo will travel to England this weekend in order to complete medical tests and then sign a 6-year deal as a Chelsea player. Santos is set to receive 15 million, and some rumors are saying we want him to be part of the first team. I'm not too sure, but let's see what happens. Tino, oh my days. Yeah, why is that? And DJ, what do you make of this?
There's the option, isn't there, Kachilla, for them to have first option on him, isn't they, or whenever they want to do that. I don't know why this is a situation, why they've actually rushed into doing something like this, and then obviously loan him back. To me, it doesn't make sense. You've got Reece James already there. You got Gusto who can play, who will come in should Reece James have a rest or gets injured or vice versa. And then let's not forget, if we end up getting Caicedo, Caicedo can also drop into right back as well. So I don't know on this one. Maybe we're trying to get it in there quickly before other clubs show interest. I don't know, or whatever. But we still have first port contact, and we option to buy him. So I don't understand why we're rushing this. There must be some. Maybe it will all come out down the line. I don't know, but let's see what happens in that one.
Is it that good that we decided to just go, to make sure we don't lose him?
I mean, he's good. I mean, I think he's had his injuries this season with for Southampton. I don't think he started every single game. But I don't know. That's a strange one to me. Like I said,
hasn't stayed fit for a while. He hasn't played for them for a while, actually.
No, and this is one of the reasons why. There must be something. I don't know what they could chill on that one. I really don't know why we're rushing for this.
The only reasonable, sensible thing that comes to mind is maybe he's that good a scout. They know him too well to feel like in the future this guy might well end up being, you could say, one of the best in the world, and we need him. But that's, by the way, IPC. I don't know if you want to add to this one.
No. Nothing.
Okay.
I think I agree.
I like IPC. He's not into talking for the sake of it.
It's just one of the ones. I mean,
Tabejo, do you have anything to add to this one? Tino Livramento.
It's funny that it's funny that when Tino Livramento was announced, this is coming after Newcastle's supposed interest. So I don't believe. I don't believe. I just really believe. I don't know. The reason why I don't believe is why would you loan him back for another year?
Yeah,
it don't make no sense to activate the release. The
buyback clause. So we have a buyback clause.
I think it's the first option. First
option. Okay.
Or buyback. I'm gonna have to look into that as well. But yeah, just to activate that only for that to what? No, I don't believe it. So yeah, that's just my take. It can materialize.
It just doesn't make sense because it's not like he's been one of the best players in the Premier League or all that. I say
he was injured. He's been injured he's been injured for the whole of last season, no?
Since he's left, actually, you can argue that, or maybe it's just a mere move of just protecting an asset in case it turns out good. Yeah, but go ahead, Tabejo. Sorry for cutting you off, brother.
Yeah, I agree with you because, like, why would Chelsea push for Malo Gusto so hard during January transfer window, knowing that they want this kid now? So it doesn't make sense. So my opinion is they're linking him to us because we have a buyback clause which is active at the moment, just like they did with Tammy Abraham, that Chelsea wants him back, which I don't agree. So we'll never know until he holds a Chelsea t-shirt again. But I don't want this kid again because remember, the time he left Chelsea, he said that he didn't feel like he was gonna get a guaranteed time at Chelsea. That's why he was leaving for Southampton. Same as McGahey, Lemty, you name them. So I don't want those kind of players at Chelsea anymore.
Yeah, I think he wanted to leave, really. He did push to leave because we wanted to keep him at the time. And Reece was the only, you could say, younger right back we had at the time, but he wanted to leave. What is the source? It says Simon Jones of Mail Sports. So I'm not too sure what to make of that particular report. Tino news sounds like fake news. Why are we footing the bill for his decisions? Tell him to wear the big boy pants and get on with it. DJ, how well do you know the Simon Jones? Do you know him from Mail Sports? Who's put out this report?
I know he's usually quite good on what he says because I think he does a lot of the. I think he covers a lot of the Chelsea. Anything to do with Chelsea, he covers a lot of it.
Are you sure you're not talking about Simon Jones?
No, there's two of them.
No, this is Jones. His name is there. Simon Jones.
There's Simon Phillips, and you got Simon Johnson as well.
Jones, yeah.
But like I said, I on this particular, I don't know. Again, I've got to look more into this one because, as I said, I don't know. I don't know why this is obviously come up. He's obviously. I think he's the only one that's actually reported this. I've not seen any other tier one journalists coming out of anything with this. So I think it's one of those ones you need to just look at, probably check for yourselves. Really, I think, Kachila, because as I said, I don't make any sense. Or maybe because he's a Cobham boy, maybe I don't know. We're trying to try and bring him, trying to get him signed again and then loaned back out again. I don't know. It's a strange one. It's a very, very strange one.
Really strange indeed, yeah.
Conjure this one down the line, but like I said,
and the only sensible thing that comes to mind is just them trying to protect an asset which they believe has a potential. That's all, just like Marina does. If they see a player has a potential and probably struggled for one reason or the other, they make sure, we don't lose grip of that particular player. I will have a party when we get rid of Lukaku and his best friend Hakim Ziyech. They're best friend in real life too, honestly. I think both players will leave our club. But Hakim Ziyech won't be easy. The fact that Al Nassr, even though there's a chance it's all nonsense, or just because they've decided they don't want him, it will be difficult to sell him if indeed they did find something during his medical tests in Saudi Arabia. We should have sold all. We sold all leaders. We are becoming. Let me ask you this: look at all the leaders and tell me which of them really wanted to stay. So sometimes you'd have no option than to move players on. Pochettino and players are currently training. A couple training has begun, and let me know if any pictures of training come out. I'd like to see it. I was happy. United States on Independence Day. Thank you so much. I appreciate you saying that. Happy Independence Day. Happy 4th of July to those of you who are Americans and my fellow Americans. And whether you're a Chelsea fan or not, happy Independence Day to you. Thank you for saying that, Bobby. Keep the topic going, guys. Make this show lively. I appreciate you, Okuchigas here. What else do we have here now? His performances was very low after the heavy injury. Yep. So it just doesn't make any sort of sense. We want midfielders, a goalkeeper, and a striker, and I'm hearing about Livramento. That's why I'm saying maybe it's absolute nonsense, really. I prefer signing back Tariq Lamptey from Brighton, but we lack height already, so I don't need Tariq Lamptey. I think he's short, except if I'm dreaming, but I think he's a very short man. We are wasting too much time on Caicedo. I don't think we are. The transfer window has a long way to go, and negotiations are involved, back and forth. We were willing to pay this. We want the others to be this, and Brighton comes back, and so we want the others to include this and that. Us signing Tino, loaning him for next season, not good. We need a replacement for attackers that we sold, and not Tino Livramento shouldn't be a priority right now. The Lukaku scenario is giving these young stars the wrong ideas, possibly, but we don't know. I don't really know what the case is. Copper boy, they are regretting selling. They are regretting selling Mount. I'm not sure what to make of that. Okay. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. We should buy one or two older players, 25 to 30. Age doesn't necessarily reflect experience. Maybe if you're talking about real life experience, like your day-to-day, you can say lifestyle or what, for lack of a better term. But in terms of football, you have younger players who've played more minutes than the older players and have more experience. But I get where you're coming from. We need to balance the squad with experience, not just again the age, the average age we have right now. We should be about at least at most 24. But let's see. We need that experience to finish top 4 and win domestic trophies. Let's see what the club does. Mekuna follow and like, I beg with the begona, the channel, and be blessed by Chineke. Yep, Allah, what other languages in Nigeria? Oluwa. There are so many other languages, but I can only speak to fluently. And Yoruba, I try my best, but I didn't live that long in Lagos. So interpret if you can. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people, and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Let's see what else we have here. Guys, say no to racism or hate speech here. Yep, that's the truth. We don't do that, but thank you for saying that. Good morning, my Chester family. Straight up from Jamaica, Chadrick Evans. Big up, brother. Nice to see you. Blessings. Appreciate you and my bro, Chelsea Michiboy. Big up, Bobby. Put you in the team. Bobby, this Bobby is in the chat and he's recovering, and we're happy for that. Even Prime Messi and Ronaldo cannot help Chelsea. Okay, that's the guy that's trolling, but he couldn't spell the word finish. Welcome, Chad. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah, don't forget to push the like button, guys, and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. The likes do go a long way. What else do we have here? Who's more reliable and closer to Chelsea, Simon Phillips or Simon's? He changes it to Simon Johnstone. I don't know them. DJ, which one of these two journalists? Is it Simon Jones or Simon Phillips? Which one of them is closer to Chelsea?
I think he does more. I think Simon Johnson. Simon Phillips is more. Yeah, go on. You go on.
Simon Jones, Simon Johnson. Yeah, that's the guy that works for The Athletic, and he's Chelsea's Athletic correspondent, and obviously you may see him on TalkSport also. He's more of the.
Okay. Thank you for being specific here.
And
he's Chelsea's Athletic correspondent. He doesn't work for Chelsea.
So he will write for The Athletic on behalf. He will write for Chelsea on behalf of The Athletic. But he works for The Athletic, and he will write for Chelsea. Anything surrounding Chelsea or anything surrounding Chelsea, Simon Johnson is that correspondent. In it. Simon Jones, he works for Mail Sports, so probably Daily Mail. The Daily Mail Sports, that would be Simon Jones. I don't know him. I've never heard of him. He probably is credible, but I don't know him. Simon Phillips, that's the other guy on Twitter. That's the other guy that tweets as well. He's another affiliation to Chelsea correspondents. I don't know who he's affiliated with. The only one I know
they're more like Chelsea expats within the organizations that they respective organizations that they work for. They don't work for
I mean, Chelsea ain't got no journalists, so obviously you have reputable media companies or media outlets that will have journalists that will cover Chelsea, and these guys will probably be representing their media outlets to cover Chelsea specifically. Hence the sources from them. So it's just what it is. But I'll do my due diligence and find out more about this myself before I jump into any conclusions surrounding Livermental's return to Chelsea. I don't really believe that, to be honest.
And people, if you're in the chat, please do take a second to say thank you to all the panelists. Here, IBZ is saying he would do his due diligence to research more in something in a pro bono job. He doesn't get paid. I get it when Niger blog with brothers, but even beyond that, look at DJ, everybody on the panel, they do research to help us stay properly informed and not just, throw information at us from their wazoo. That does go a long way. I wish I could, sit there. I could take them to a bar and buy them all beer and whatever they want to drink. But much love, and that moves me really. But like I said, it's just love. DJ, thank you so much. I can't thank you enough. IBC, I can't thank you enough. The coolest selves, all of you, Ty, everybody, Roger, Bobby. The love is just overwhelming, and we're growing as a community. And I know I couldn't have been able to do it alone myself. I think it's better to deal with less of this Simon says the Chelsea all the way. Anyone caught with any hate speech will be timed out for a long time out here. Please, be cautious, be careful, keep it civil, and sometimes you'll be banned, actually. I believe we can do better. We can. City were interested in Livermental last week. We could probably buy back and sell them with a premium, which this one, you can say, this statement right here, you can say it's one of the reasons why I say there's a chance we're just protecting what you can say players are assets to the owners. So there's a chance we're just protecting an asset.
He's not an asset. He is not an asset.
No, can you explain? Let me learn.
He's Southampton's asset. He's not an asset.
I think we have more like securing, more like I think we have a buyback clause, right?
For £50 million. Yeah, we have first option. Doesn't mean we'll guarantee it.
So maybe we're trying to find a way and buy him back and protect him as an asset. But I get it. Thank you for correcting me there. Go ahead.
I'm with you. But
but the correction makes sense. We have a buyback clause. So right now he's Southampton's asset, not Chelsea's asset, until we buy him back.
We have, you know what I mean? We just have we included a 50 million buyback option, which became active this year.
Yeah, but more importantly, our debate was whether it makes sense.
So I understand why the rumors are now circulating, because the buyback option just became activated, obviously. Yeah. So now they obviously want to. Yeah, okay, I'm with you now. I can understand.
And thank you so much. And Mitchie boy, please share the link to your channel so people can go check it out. You're a moderator, so you should be able to do that. I couldn't spell the word championship neither. troll. I didn't pay attention, but usually your brain can look beyond the spellings because as long as the start is okay and the word together, you can pick out certain letters to spell that particular word. I think your brain sometimes doesn't even see mistakes. So I didn't even see he couldn't spell championship also. I couldn't spell the word championship neither. Troll should have stayed in school rather than controllers here. And I think it was JC who shared our link on the Tottenham blog or community that caused that. Please show your support by liking and subscribing to help us reach 300 likes for the special pod show. Let's make it happen, people. It's very possible. 140 likes, 16 more to get it to 200. Let's see if that can happen. I want Morata back. Yeah, chances are if he comes back, that juju or whatever you think that led to him not doing well at Chelsea, he probably will still be here. The jinx, or maybe whatever you want to call it. So does the Chelsea? Does the Chelsea columns? Okay, Simon Phillips is on. Okay, ITK. What does that stand for? Somebody help me there.
I think it stands for in the known. I think Kachilla.
Okay, Simon Phillips is in the known. Simon Jones. If a footy journal. Okay, if a footy journalist is a footy journalist for Daily Mail, and Simon Johnson is a CFC correspondent for the Athletic. So thank you so much, Dexter S, for saying that. I appreciate that. Does anyone know how much the buyback clause for Livramento is? I'm sure you've heard that. I think IBC did mention 50 million pounds. Okay, 50 million pounds. Yeah, that's not bad. With the sort of talent he is, but he hasn't done well since that long-term injury. He hasn't lived up to the hype, if that makes sense. We're going to be dangerous this season on the budget, but we need the right person to make it work. The right signings, maybe. Or I think, let me just remix that comment for you a bit. Coach, yes, it really does help when you don't have a panel of stat padders like AFTV, and the love here moves me. Moves me, honestly, and I sincerely do appreciate all our panelists whenever they have time to join. That does go a long way. Big up, Coach, you're right. Keep it civil. Yep, that's what we like to do here. And Mitchie, please do share the link to your channel so people can go check it out. And before he does that, you can actually click the 3 dots to his name, go to channel, please subscribe. We love him, and I haven't been to it. You can say we've been planning a collab and it hasn't happened because it's a busy period for me, and I will not be able to do that until my in-laws come back because practically I do work from home, but the young Blues, they do make things difficult for me. Please, one more like, guys. Can we make it possible? One more, always one more. Yeah, the buyback clause of a Livramento is 38 million pounds. Not bad. What I read. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
So there is a buyback clause, 50 million pounds, but due to the sell-on clause, we would only need to pay around 35 to 38 million pounds to get Livramento back. So there's those little details within the contract allow us to get it cheaper as well. So yeah, that comment is true. Okay, thank you for breaking it down for us why that's the case. And I don't know, just quickly, out of topic here anyway, Cesar Spapeda, I don't know what the holdup is, this move to Atletico Madrid, but they're saying it's closed. It will be completed this week, we were told. Let's see if that happens. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Let's see. I've read this one. Marina put in a 40% sell-on clause and option to match bid for Livramento, similar but not same as buyback clause. Okay, thank you so much for explaining that. Sincerely do appreciate that. What else do we have here? We have this Omo. Our new jersey isn't that cool in the eyes, especially the away kit. I think it's not hideous, but still good enough. I would have, like I said, as I explained yesterday, had I been at the table where that particular design was approved, I would have requested that the designer make the net design or whatever you call it to be a bit more subtle than it is right now. It's a bit too much, but that's just me. A lot of people like it like that. But let's see what else we have lined up here so we can move on and knock them all out and see some extra stuff we can talk about.
Right, my screen is a bit slow. Sorry, things happen 10 seconds after the other. Chelsea have submitted a contract proposal to Romeo Lavia, but Southampton have not yet received an official bid, which means I don't think we're too serious about signing Romeo Lavia. And if we end up not signing him, honestly, I will not be mad. Let me just put it that way. He's a good player, and hopefully, let's see. If we get him, I'll take him. If we don't get him, I'll take him. Tabero, I don't know. Sorry, I didn't ask you. You didn't speak about Tino Livramento. Sorry about that. You know you're my brother, so it's easy to overlook you because I know you'll not be mad at me.
Yeah, but I did talk about Tino. I just want to talk about Lavia because,
okay, go ahead.
As I said before, Coach, you won't be mad. Even myself, I won't be mad because, for example, let's say we sign Caicedo, and if we sign Lavia, where will this kid play? Andre Santos. That's my main issue because they're in the same age bracket. So why do we need Lavia while we have Santos? That's my question. So I don't see Chelsea more serious about Lavia unless they reduce the price tag, because at the moment the reports are saying they want 50 million or nothing, so which is expensive for me. So I rather tell the club, don't overpay for this kid. We have Santos. Let's use Santos and Moises Caicedo. Then we are cool.
They're all in the same age bracket, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so
but that's my opinion.
Spend that much money on him. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yes. Doesn't make sense, but that's my opinion. I know people have the different opinions. So also, Coach, another thing. For example, we don't need to replace many players because the main thing here is to trim the squad.
Sorry to cut you off, Coach. I'll catch you guys in a bit. Peace and love. You guys take it easy.
All right. Peace and love to you too, brother. Much love. I appreciate it. Go ahead, Tavera.
Peace, bro. Peace, bro.
So another thing, Coach, like the main project here is to trim the squad. So why are people saying we should replace Mason Mount, Kai Havertz, Kovacic, Kante and stuff? If you replace them, we are going to have the same problem that Mr. Potter and Frank Lampard had. So we don't want that. You have to get our priorities first, and then check other players in the prison. If they do bad, we sell them or we loan them, and then add another priority if it is necessary.
Yeah, I don't think we should. Again, the good thing is that he's on the list of players of midfielders we're considering. He's not a priority. Let me just. It's not that. Well, again, we're not prioritizing signing him. The priority right now is to get Caicedo over the line. And you can argue even Cherki is actually is above him in the pecking order, if that makes sense. Chelsea, Mitchell Boy live at 19:00 UK, and you can share the link because people don't know the channel if they don't see the link. You're a mod, so you should be able to share the link. I will soon come on, Coach. No worries. Whenever time allows, I understand. Somehow, unnoticed, Lukaku has sneaked into your desktop picture. Not desktop picture, really. I had him there, and he's still one of the players we should be talking about, but there's nothing new to talk about with regards to the future of Romelu Lukaku. Okay, that's better. Poch has moved aside Lukaku on your desktop picture. Okay, you like to analyze that quite a lot. Any update on latest transfers? We're talking about them. We'll we'll addressing them one by one. Ziyech has knee problems. Really, I didn't hear that. We need a squad and not a starting 11. What if Enzo and Caicedo gets injured, which can happen? Yeah, that's the truth. We are not serious in Lavia. Looking at how it is. He's not our main target. Yeah, that's the language I was going to use. He's not our main target. He's on the list, but he's not our main target. We have other you can say Moises Caicedo at this point is our main target. And after that, other players, we may actually consider signing other players before we'll consider signing Romeo Lavia, if that makes sense. Let's see what else we have lined up here. People keep dropping the likes on the stream. We are at 143 likes. Let's get the likes up. DJ, I don't know, you've spoken about Romeo Lavia. I don't think we actually have to risk that particular topic. Okay, thank you so much. Go ahead.
No, that's okay. So everything I was just thinking, everything Tobago was saying is spot on. You know, the only thing I would just add to that is in terms of why we're going for the midfielders is I get what you're saying in terms of we may have to get rid of some players who might be in the same situation. My understanding is that we're going to be signing 2 midfielders in this window. So it's probably going to be, obviously, it's going to be Caicedo is number one choice.
Maybe up to 3, you never know.
And then the other one's going to be Cherki's going to be the other one. It's either going to be him. It's going to be Kudos, and there's another one. And obviously Lavia is probably going to be the third one. But out of the ones I'd say for obviously, I just want Caicedo over the line first before anything else.
Yep, I think the club feels the same. Probably Caicedo over the line before anything else. I think that's what will happen. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. And also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Sincerely do appreciate you all for finding the time to join the show. Thank you so much. Let's see what else we have lined up here. This one here, just give me 1 second. We've talked about this. We'll have to move on to the next item. All right, this one here, Callum Hudson-Odoi. I know you shared something similar to me also. Chelsea have indicated their willingness to cancel Callum Hudson-Odoi's contract if he was willing to accept half of his wages. The club would then pay him the remainder and terminate his contract, paving the way for him to join another club of his choice as a free agent. This sounds as if we're not even considering keeping him. We've decided we need to part ways for him. DJ, let's start from you. I think you sent me a report. Yeah. You probably went up into with the situation than most of all.
Yeah. Listen, this is a bit of a sad one for Callum, to be honest with you. Reading that today, I just thought, you know, I know he's had his injury issues. I just thought he was worth a little bit more to the football club than what they're saying. I mean, obviously they're going to terminate his contract and then just let him walk away. I mean, let's not forget, we could have got 70 million for this kid 3 seasons ago when Bayern Munich came in for him. All right, now all of a sudden we're looking at a 21-year-old. He's still 21, 22. We're now letting him possibly move on.
You mean him?
Yeah, Callum Hudson-Odoi, yeah.
I think he should be around 23 now.
Is he 23? So. Or 20? But he's still...
let me check for you. Go ahead.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is in terms of what his situation is, that obviously to terminate his contract and then just let him walk away and go. I know people say about his injuries, but he can still go and get. He can still, for me, if he gets into the right team, I still think he can be an effective player if he can stay injury free. For me, he's 22. Yeah, you go. I still think we can try rather than do that. Try and at least, if you're going to get rid of him, at least try and fetch some money for him. But to terminate his contract and then just say, okay, you know, pay you up and then let you walk away on a free to go whoever he wants to go and join. And that could be one that we may down the lines regret on that one, Kachilla. We may do on that one.
Yeah, and again, I was thinking, given that he's still very young, that the club may decide, okay, if you take a pay cut, we can give you another contract, so you give you a chance at Chelsea, because he's a talent, but we're not sure what's going to happen. But at this time, I don't blame the club for deciding maybe it's time for him to move on. That's just my opinion. Tobago, if you're there, what do you make of it? Your cousin Callum Hudson-Odoi, what do you make of this his situation?
Yeah, this is so sad. This kid had a lot of potential, same as Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Unfortunately, those injuries affected his future in terms of playing for Chelsea. And then I remember the other time we had an offer from Bayern Munich, and then we turned it down, hoping that he may be our main player. But unfortunately, it didn't work out. Even last season, we tried to loan him at Bayern Leverkusen. Didn't work out. So sad, man. Hopefully, to the next club, he do better than this.
And you could argue, again, one of the reasons why he struggled at Leverkusen is that something I've always talked about here, loaning clubs, if they have players that are their own players, because they they had no obligation, or you could say obligation or an option to buy. They just wanted them on loan, which means if they have one of their own is ready to play, Callum Hudson-Odoi drops to the bench. Although when he got the chance to play, you could say he didn't do that well. That what's his name? Former Liverpool manager, player. That's their manager. That's the Leverkusen manager right now, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alonso, Xabi Alonso.
Alonso. So probably he didn't do well enough for him to, you could say, bench his own players that will be with him in the coming season to give him a chance. So it's an unfortunate situation. I hope he does well because there's a talent in him. But the owners probably they've gotten tired of him and say, okay, you know what? This is what we want to do with you. We need at least 2 players in every position. 5 or 6 midfielders are needed. That's why they call it the engine room. Without the engine, a car cannot move. I agree with you. Plus, how many players we've lost in that department? Lest we forget, we do need players that are potent in front of goal. That is why I fancy Caicedo a lot. He can shoot from outside the box. But let's see what the club does. Santos can also get you goals from the midfield area. But Malcolm Jew, I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're doing well, brother. Please do let me know. Adebayo, nice to see you again, brother. He says, I see us using either Varela or Boca or Redondo of Argentina boys. Really? Signing, so to speak, not using. So I misread your word. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. We are at 148 likes. Let's get it to 150 and shoot for 200. Michi boy, thank you so much for the donation, brother. I appreciate you doing that, coach. You think we have a policy of signing 1 player at a time? Is that a pattern? Why Michi asking this question? That may well be the case. I don't know, but I think we can actually sign 3 players at the same time. I do think we have the resources to do that. I don't know, but it looks like there's a pattern now. What do you think, Tavejo? Okay, DJ, if you're there, Tavejo looks. Yeah, go ahead. Did you see that, Tavejo? Do you think we have a policy of signing 1 player at a time? It looks like there's a pattern to that. It has been one after the other. So it looks like there's a pattern to that, but go ahead.
I'm not sure at the moment, coach, so I'll have to check about that first.
Yeah, thinking about it, I think that has been happening. I think it's been 1 player after the other. But like I said, we have the resources to do too many at the same time. But DJ, what do you think?
Yeah, that's a very good question. It looks like it looks like I think that's the policy. I think maybe it is we just 1 player at a time. But I remember, and everyone, all the fans would know when Roman first came through the door. I remember when he first started spending money willy nilly. It was one after. It was almost one every. It was like almost one through the door. Then you had another one coming through the door, and then another. It looks like now all of a sudden we've gone down to this policy now where it's like, yeah, it seems to be the 1 at the time situation. I don't know. I mean, I guess you could get 1 deal coming through while you're setting up other deals to happen for other players.
You can only complete 1 at the same time. It makes sense, DJ, because here's the thing.
Yeah,
it's still the same set of people. Even though yes, the club has they have the personnel. They have you can say they're able to complete 1 deal at the same time. But it only makes sense that they're all able to complete more than 1 deal at the same time. But technically, if you think about it, if you're talking about the same set of people being involved in the negotiation process, signing documents and all that, then the club can only complete 1 deal at a time. It makes sense, but that doesn't mean they will not be communicating with all the other clubs that we want to sign players from. But go ahead.
No, that's exactly what I was trying to say, Gattaca, and you just complete the whole thing for me. Yeah, while they're signing the 1 player to get him over the line, they can still be talking to other clubs for their players. So once that 1 deal gets done, they need to do, then they know once another deal has been agreed, they can then move on to that one, rather than getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coming in at the same time. So yeah, I mean, as well,
it would be different. I don't see that happening. So but thank you for that question there. I think it helps us. Take a look at the process and say, okay, what's going on? Is that possible? Is that not possible? But technically, I don't think it'd be possible. 1 must happen before the other. I don't think it's possible to sign multiple players at the same time. Maybe in the same period, but not the same time. But I get that. They don't hold what that much, Ugo? What are you saying that Chigozie? That's a bad idea, tearing his contract and let him go for free. It's a risk. I think we save more. He's on 120 per week. That's a lot. Make it happen more like a stay blessed. Not sure what Chigozie is saying there. West Ham, Nottingham Forest want him. Yeah. So why not sell him? So it makes sense now, but maybe selling him because of his salary becomes an issue. Yeah, because those clubs, I'm not sure they'd be paying him how much he's earning at Chelsea. So I'm not sure why that's the case. OBS, no offers on Cho. So clubs are cutting their losses. Yeah, so it makes sense now. No offers, probably because of his salary, and he's not been you can say in greatest of form. So they're willing to, just take the L and let him go. You can get at least 50 million for Cho. Good luck. Good luck. That's not gonna happen. Please don't terminate his contract, Chelsea. He's gonna be very dangerous on departure. Please, I think they've taken their time to consider it for multiple reasons and have decided this is the way they want to go. And that is, if we're to believe, who's this? I am Rahman Osman. I don't know him to say whether to believe him or not. Salah, Kevin didn't play much at Chelsea. Look what happened. What happened? Though it's not a given. It's not a given. Sometimes you don't know what's going to happen in the future. Sometimes for some situation, for some reason, you'd have to. You'd have no option than to let the player go. Salah wanted to leave. Kevin De Bruyne wanted to leave. Same way we're letting players that we have within our ranks right now leave because they want to leave. It's common sense. And if they end up becoming the best players in the world, you just have to look. You don't have to regret it because you don't push them out. They wanted to leave. We need another winger for depth. So just keep him. Let him prove himself. For 110 again a week, I think that's too much. That's probably where the problem lies. Constantine Dante, I didn't know you were still watching. I thought probably you're gone for the day. Many CFC Academy graduates like life protected life. Okay, I think something mistyped there. They seem to run down and negotiate hard contracts. Lack of belief, e.g. Cho, Livramento, Mount, Lamptey, Cowell. There's one more. Tomori. List is long. Tomori's case, I think, is different, but there's one more player, a right back who plays for what club right now? Was it Brighton?
Lamptey.
I think Lamptey, Tariq Lamptey. Yeah. He ran down his contract. Yeah, and even we tried to keep him. Even Lampard gave him a chance, gave him an opportunity. I think that was under Frank when we're trying to persuade him to stay. Yet he left. So, marketing media interest spread it out. Yep, that's the truth. Let's see. We can sign more than one player at a time. But because of FFP, his thing at a time will mean you can say within the span of a week or a month. But there's no way, technically, it isn't possible to sign more than one player at a time. If the same person, the individual, has to sign the contract and go through them and all that, it's just, take your time, go through it, then you understand my point. I know I'm not an expert, but all these 15, 20, 25 millions transactions for these wonder kids add up to something, and there's going to be limits on our spendings. And plus, we should focus on our priorities. Here's the thing. I'm sure the owners, they didn't become billionaires by being stupid. I think they have people behind the scenes crunching the numbers and letting them know the extent they can go with the spending, if that makes sense. But nice to see you, Franklin. I hope you're doing well. Let's see. We cannot sell these players because of his salary being too high. We can't? Okay. Mitchell making a point there. Plus, he's not in the greatest form, more importantly. KDB was a bomb at Chelsea. Remember, he was getting benched by three amigos. Mata was getting 35 GA during that period, and Salah wasn't ready. What will never happen again? That will never happen to us. Trust me. I think I understand your point quite well. As at the time, we had some players that were exceptional as at the time, and he wanted to leave. He pushed, he pushed to leave, and we wanted to keep him. And Mourinho don't tolerate nonsense. Once he sensed that you don't want to leave, you don't want to stay, you feel like you should be starting games. When he feels like you should earn your place, he lets you go. Coach, most of the academy kids want to negotiate guaranteed start, which is impossible. For me, every player we have at the club should fight for their place. It doesn't matter who you are. If you perform, then you get a chance to start games. Then if you falter, you jump to the bench, and the better player starts. It's as simple as that. I understand if it is finance, but playing time should be off table for negotiations. I agree with you. They leave protected life and lack gut to face a risk or competition, maybe. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. We have 149 likes. Let's get it to 150 and shoot for 100 to 200, so to speak. I appreciate you all. Sorry, I have no more from the topic at hand because I know Kuchula isn't going to bring that. He's going to bring that. Does any panelist have knowledge about Tudor Mendel Idowu and why he's not used as first teamer? You know him, DJ. Your thoughts?
Sorry, bro. Who's that? Sorry, who was that? Sorry,
Idowu,
I was also.
Tudor Mendel Idowu. I think he's an academy player. I don't know him.
Who's that? Tudor Mendel Idowu.
I don't know him. I believe me.
I think is he the one with? Is he the one that's just gone recently? Is he?
I don't know.
I'm not sure on that one. I'm not sure.
No.
Tobago
knows him. Go ahead. I think he's an academy player.
I think
He's an academy player. Unfortunately, he's about to leave because
he
couldn't agree with Chelsea for a new contract. And what a talent! What a talent!
Oh, great! Another talent we're letting go.
Oh, man.
So, should we blame the club for him wanting to leave? No.
Yes, I won't blame the club. To be honest, I'm so done with the blaming game because at the end of the day, we don't know all informations, what is happening around. We just speculate things. So I'm done with blaming games, coach, to be honest.
Yeah, like Jesse explained, these young players, they've learned to run down their contract, so when it's time to renew their contract, you can say they are on a stronger, you can say they'd be on a stronger ground, while the club risk losing them on a free and will have no option than to let them go. And it's a pattern. This started happening about 3-4 years ago. So I don't at any time look at them and start blaming the club. No, it's a pattern. And sometimes you can say in his case now, you say, what do you say with you? Is he a free agent now, or do we still have a chance to get any free for him? Tabeho, if you're there.
He's leaving for free, unfortunately.
So we weren't able. So maybe we thought we were going to be able to get him to put pen to paper for a new contract. So because then he decided to run it out and leave. It's a pattern, but I think that will teach us a lot of lessons. I think there's a lot to learn from it, and trust the new owners. Probably they will find a way to let such not happen again. But go ahead if you were still saying something, Tabel.
No, I'm fine now, coach.
All right, thank you so much. I appreciate you all. We have 152 likes. DJ, were you saying something?
Yeah, just one thing. That Callum Hudson-Odoi news you've just got there that we were sharing with you on Twitter. Some more news is just breaking out. Just seeing it on there. This time it is by Simon Johnston, and he's saying that Callum Hudson-Odoi has now decided to leave Chelsea. He's now changed to he's decided to leave Chelsea now. Callum Hudson-Odoi.
So which means we can sell him if we find a buyer.
Yeah, he's decided to leave. So it looks like we're gonna So if that is the case, then we're probably going to end up selling him. Do you want to send, do you want me to send that to you?
I know that you've spoken about it, but if you have it there, I'll see if we have time to open it.
All right, bro.
Since you're on the and here's the thing quickly. I want to say this again. It's an academy, which means they have tons of players, and there's no that possibility for us to keep all of them. But I know, I get it that every time we lose an academy player to another club, the fans do get they get kicks out of it, if that makes sense. How can they be successful ballers if they don't have the heart, to compete? Or you can say the mindset to face competition and come out on top. If that makes sense, KDB was lazy to train. That's why Oscar was Mourinho's number one. Oscar is a typical Mourinho type of player. He's hardworking, and also he's technically gifted too. And when KDB played, he was really not good. He was not ready as at the time. It's a simple judgment, really. And big up to you, my bro, Zivo. Nice to see you, brother. Zivo Genius. I hope you're doing well. You have not been streaming for a while, but I believe you probably be starting soon because of the transfer market. And transfer window is open. If you haven't, please click the 3 dots to the right of his name. Go check out his YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe. Good content creator and a brother. He's become a brother over time, and I love him so much. He's an academy player. Yep, thank you. I think Coach, please, are you on WhatsApp? Yep, I am on WhatsApp, but I'm not going to share my number here. We're starting a membership level that involves a WhatsApp group where the people in that membership level can, communicate with each other on WhatsApp. This is exactly what the fans wanted. You want this clear out, and if Pulisic didn't cut it, then Odoi was never making it. It's as simple as that. We need this revamp, but get rid of the deadwood. New season, new team. Get rid of the players that don't want to stay. It's as simple as that. No sentiments at all, whether you like the players or not. Coach, this means the CFC are unable to find a buyer for him and are willing to have their, you can say, to have his wages and let him go by offering him a lump sum, half of a remaining salary upfront if he signs termination papers. It's as simple as that. And that's a strategy, which is something I want us to do with the case of Romelu Lukaku, but probably too expensive in this case. That kid, Tudor Mendele, with unbelievable talent. I don't know some of these actual talents. These actual talents, maybe because it's not muscular and big, big as when they let him back leave. Here's the thing: those mistakes. I won't call it mistakes. Yes, then sometimes you've missed out on opportunities that then when you look back, you regret not accepting. Those things happen, and believe me, that's life. It happens in life. We don't know. Mbappe at the time may have been the worst player that came for the trials at the time. We don't know. So I just want to move on from that, really. I don't dwell too much on players leaving it and then going to other clubs and becoming one of the best players in the world. Those things don't move me that much because I get it. We're having a very good academy. They produce some talents every year, and there's no that possibility to accommodate them all, which means actually majority of them will get to leave the club, and only if you will stay. It's as simple as that. A story I saw with Joe was mutual termination with the club, paying half of his wages on remainder contract, which is a good thing. Yep. And he can get new club with lower wages. It's as simple as that. Let him move on. I keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. If they are getting rid of the face of Chelsea and Captain America, RFC and Joe had no choice. Club being ruthless. I agree with you. No sentiments at all. Again, once more, go check out this brother's YouTube channel. Click the 3 dots to his name. Go there, make sure to subscribe. I know he's been busy and haven't been have not been streaming that much for some reason. Probably work and bills unpaid and stuff. So I understand. I think Odoi is very talented, but since the injury, his mental state, you can say he hasn't recovered mentally. For those comparing Salah or KDB to Odoi, they may be correct, but hundreds of players that don't make it, lots of them are out there. Again, like I said, the Chelsea Academy is huge, and chances are only a few players from the Academy will make it into the first team. And please, once more, I get it. Matt has not been streaming. Again, you can say he's not been streaming for a while, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't go check it out. Please, you should, and I believe he'll be back soon, since the transfer window is open, and believe me, you'd love his content. Let's see what else we have here. I think Odoi is very talented. I think I've read that one there. And from the beautiful game, the face of Chelsea is the badge. Let's have it right. No more stands. I think I like that one. more importantly, Chelsea is the entity we support. And if any player decides to move on, and if the club decides any player is surplus to a requirement and decide to sell that particular player, we shouldn't, you can say, dwell on it. We should just move on. Yeah, and it's business for all parties involved. And for some reason, I get it. A lot of people are referencing Mount's case, even though they're not saying it. For some reason, the two parties, the club and Mount Camp, they've had series of talks, and we're not able to come to a conclusion, to an agreement. We move on. They should do that with Pulisic and Pardew, and those they want to get rid of or reduce their salaries and pay them off. And Pardew isn't earning much. And I've heard with the case of Christian Pulisic, I've heard that he's willing to take a pay cut to move on. So he's just not a problem, really. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. And the chicas there, Oko is asking how he can get a star. Somebody should explain to him how he can get a star. Let's see what else we have lined up here. Okay, Aubameyang. You will think that Aubameyang will be one of the players to be out of the door this transfer window, and it hasn't happened actually. I'm not too sure what's going on there. Al-Ettifaq want to sign Chelsea's Gabon striker pierre-emerickaubameyang. He's 34 now, so no wonder. So probably the only option for us would be to terminate this contract. If he's 34 right now, then yeah, when's the trouble? DJ, what do you make of the Aubameyang situation?
When he was, honestly, I thought, and all these moves are happening, you know, when we're selling all our players off and letting them all go, I thought he was going to be one of them. The latest I'm hearing on this situation is that clubs in America are showing interest in him now that nothing seems to be happening on the other front. So he may still move to one of those clubs, Hilal or whatever it might be. But it looks like them clubs in America are looking at him as well. So let's see what happens on that one. I'm just a bit surprised it's taken this long to get him out the door, but let's see what happens, mate. Anything could happen, and there's a long way to go till this window closes. So he might. I think he will be sold. I think he will be gone. It's just a matter of what club he'll go to. So let's see what happens on that one. I'm just a bit surprised it's taking this long, though. Maybe his wages is the reason.
Like I said, you would think that he would be the first out of the door, and I think the club recognized earlier last season or last transfer window that we will find it difficult to sign in this particular window given his age and the fact that he's not been, you can say, in the greatest of form. And that's exactly what's happening now. He's 34. I don't see any European buyer here. It'd be difficult. Barcelona wanted him, but I think they've changed, you can say, their stance. They're going for other players. I don't know what player would they. I think they've signed one player already. They're no longer interested in signing Aubameyang. Unfortunately, we're there. I think we may end up terminating his contract. The reason I said the club sensed it was going to be difficult to sell Aubameyang this window was that we tried to push him to go to MLS. Was it last transfer window? And we even agreed to be paying his salary so he joins. Was it Inter Miami? And he refused.
That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah. And he refuses. So unfortunately, we're stuck with him. The only option may well be terminating his contract. You can say paying half of it, like the case of what's his name, And if you're the good question there. If you want to get a star, you'd have to become a member, and it costs $2.99 a month. That helps us sponsor students monthly. And John Potts Entertainment, if you're watching, you're the winner. I think you entered you participated in the giveaway, but you weren't there when it was completed. You emerged the winner, and you won $50. But I haven't heard from you. Please do reach out so we can talk about how I will send you the $50. Good morning, Coach. Your voice came out better today compared to yesterday. Well done. And thank you to all of you for the suggestions. I did what you asked me to do, and it worked. But more importantly, greetings to you, a lot of people. Mesola, always nice to see you, brother. I hope you're doing well. I appreciate you finding the time to join. Big up to you too. What else do we have here? I agree. Let's unite the fan base. That's the truth. We have to stay united to support our team as a you can say as a unit. We want our team to play as a unit. we should also be fans and support them as a unit. I think that will go a long way. Let's see what Oladipo is saying here. The board is asking Cho to take a pay cut, 50% off, and get paid off his contract so he can become a free agent. That's the breaking news I saw. Yep, that's the truth. And plus, he gets a sign-on fee, whatever clubs he joins. So that you can say that will make up for the half of his salary that he'll be losing for agreeing to terminate his contract. Seems he doesn't want to go. The player isn't making an effort by forcing himself to leave like Lukau. I'm guessing you're talking about pierre-emerickaubameyang. At his age, he wouldn't even mind sitting on the bench and earning the money, and he's on quite a lot. I'm not sure how much. It would be funny if we're going to see Nkunku, Alba, Nkunku, Lukaku in starting lineup. I think it would be bonkers, really. The players are still in love. The player is still in love with Chelsea. You're talking about him. I don't think it's anything. It has anything to do with love. It's just the money. It's as simple as that. That's how I see it. At least that's my opinion. Cho will be foolish to turn down that offer. I will take it and run. I wouldn't even waste time. And Aaron Q, Aaron, nice to see you. Alba scored 11 La Liga goals for Barcelona not in many games actually. I think he averaged nearly 1 goal per game for Barcelona in half a season. Before he joined us, he never got the full 90 minutes of a Chelsea. Shame we messed him up. What happened for a multitude of reasons. First of all, he had an issue that you could say that may have affected him, you could say, emotionally and mentally before he joined us. The armed robbery incident that we were told, they actually injured him in the process. He hasn't done anything wrong. Just please, except if he starts abusing people. And Chelsea all the way, he's an old timer here. And actually, he knows what he's doing. I don't think he uses any bad language. He always keeps it civil, keeps his argument. You can say, I get you have an issue. Him saying it would be foolish not to. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But she can say, thank you for paying attention. He's an OG here, well respected, and he knows what he's doing. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. Let's see what else we have to talk about here. Let's see. How many likes do we have? 160 likes, 14 more to get it to 200. It looks like we'll have about 23 more minutes to round up or less, but we can make that happen. Let's see what else we have lined up here. Okay, the man, the most talked about transfer, you can say, the most talked about player that we are interested in signing. Negotiations for Moises Caicedo are direct between Chelsea in Brighton. They spoke on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, as well as today. Chelsea hopes to get a deal done for 70 million plus 10 million add-ons. In add-ons, however, Brighton wants more. What more amounts to, I do not know. This deal is absolutely on, which means we really do want the player. Fabrizio Romano via YouTube. I think we'll get this one over the line. This is no different from what we heard yesterday. So, but it looks like we'll end up getting our mind. That's how I see it. DJ, your thoughts?
Yeah, I think this one's going. I know it's going a bit slow. I think a lot of the fan base are wanting this deal to be done as soon as. I think both me and you are the same on this one. We want it done as soon as. But like we said, Brighton are going to hold out for as much as they possibly can. They're probably looking at the situation with Declan Rice. He's going to be going for 100 million plus 5 million add-ons. They're looking at that situation. They're probably thinking, near enough the same age, played in the Premiership. Maybe they're probably trying to get more money for him. But I think a deal will be struck on this. I think it will be a little bit more. I think it's probably going to be probably 75 million plus another whatever. I think if Chelsea were to up that a little bit more, then I think that deal will be accepted. But I know some people in the comments have said don't go over 100 million for this player, but again, it comes down to if Poch wants this player and the club want this player, then we hope the club don't get I'll say screwed over on the deal, and they'll pay the money they think he's worth. But Brighton are going to be very hard to negotiate, mate, as you saw with the situation with Cucurella. 60 million we went up spending on him, so they could push it. But I think the deal will get done eventually, though.
they know we want the player, so we'll probably end up paying premium. How much? I honestly do not know. I'm checking for updates at the same time. Okay, this is a Barcelona news. I'm not interested. Let's see what else we have here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go along with Chelsea signed another player that's not Caicedo called. Really? I don't know. But let's keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes go along with Chimera. Nice to see you. Let's see what else we have here. Please. Okay, I'm not gonna highlight. I don't think it's Oko. Please let's not fight. I don't think he said anything wrong there, but I appreciate you all paying attention to the language people are using. But I don't think Chelsea of the way have used any bad language there. Please, and don't fight between yourselves. Otherwise, you're setting a bad example. Just move on from it. Let's see what else we have lined up here. I think this will be about him also. Oh, okay. AC Milan. In pole position to line Christian Pulisic from Chelsea Football Club and aim to close the deal soon. The player does not want Lyon, and this is confirmed. And that's an issue. That's a big problem, DJ, in the sense that where the player wants to go matters.
Yep.
It really does matter in the sense that, we get it. We would prefer him to go to Lyon. Lyon are willing to pay us more. They're willing to pay 24 million, whereas AC Milan, they want to pay around 15 million and all that. And Lyon, I guess Christian Pulisic, I think he would do well in France, but I think his problem would be Lyon doesn't have Champions League football. They don't. I don't remember them qualifying. And also financially, they have an issue now. There's a chance they struggle. They'll be struggling quite a lot in the coming season. But what do you think?
Listen, I get where the player wants to go, and I understand what his preference is. But listen, if Lyon are willing to put more money down on the table for him, then Chelsea have every right to ask the money they want for him. And if Lyon are willing to put that price down, then AC Milan have to meet that halfway. It's as simple as that. They have to put the same price down. I mean, it's not. I mean, I'm sure they can. They're in the Champions. I think they're in the Champions League next season, Milan. So I don't understand why they can't afford to get this deal done for the money that Chelsea are asking for him. It's not like Chelsea are asking for 50 or 40 or 60 million for him. They're asking for the price. They're willing to go down as much as 20. I think they said 21 million, 22 million for him, and they're offering us 18 million, 18 or 15 million for him, something like that.
I think they're offering 15.
Well, then listen, you pay that 5 million more or a bit more, even though make the 20 million mark. I think Chelsea will sell. But I think at the moment what Chelsea are doing at the moment is right on that situation. I know he wants Milan, but Lyon have put the most money down. And if Chelsea think they can sell him to Lyon, then they sell him to Lyon. But let's see what happens with that one. He'll go eventually, but I think Chelsea will get the right price for him that they want, and Milan will have to pay that money.
You think Milan will pay up? Here's where the problem lies. He's keen on joining AC Milan, and he's even willing to take a pay cut to join AC Milan. So I've always said this, where again you want to pay how much you want to pay, but where the player wants to go trumps everything else. Honestly, that's how I see it. The fact that his preference is Milan makes a huge difference. I don't know, and you think we'll still get more from him?
It does, Kuchela. But then at the same time, Chelsea have put a price on his head, and they've said this is what we want for him. I mean, listen, we've done a lot of deals already in this window, where we've obviously got players off the bill. Some have gone for cheap than what we feel. I mean, obviously we got a good deal, obviously of it coming away from those deals. Those other deals, I'm talking about the ones for Havertz and Mount. We got what we wanted in the end for them. So and as far as I'm concerned, they've been far more effective than Pulisic has. And Pulisic had that one breakout season for Chelsea during the lockdown period when we were, when everyone knows that situation we were all in at that time. He had that one good thing he had with Chelsea. Other than that, he's not done for me. I think Mount and Havertz have done more, and they've gone for the price that Chelsea have wanted for them. So what makes Pulisic different? You know what I mean? He's hardly done.
In this case, he has just about a year left on his contract. I don't know, but in Mount's case, he's English, and he's gone to an English club who understands his value as an English player, and so and all that. And I think your argument makes sense. I understand what you're saying now, because Pulisic, the US market is huge, and I'm sure AC Milan, they're well aware of that. They're not just signing him because of his abilities as a footballer. His ability as a footballer, I get it. He's a big game player and he's a good player too. But beyond that, you make quite a lot of money having him in your team, signing him. So that makes sense. Go ahead if you were still speaking.
Yeah, it's exactly, and you hit the nail right on the head there, because that was going to be my next point. Because even if Milan were to get him for the prize they want, which Chelsea are asking for, we all know he's Captain America. He's one of the, obviously, whether fans like to accept or not, he's one of the biggest players in American football. And he is the big name in American football, right? In terms of their international soccer team or football team. So he'll sell a lot of shirts in terms of marketing.
Yeah, he will. 1 year he sold more shirts than Cristiano Ronaldo, and was only second to Messi the whole globally. I think. Correct. I think that's I think that's correct.
Well,
go ahead.
Well, there you go. And Milan, and so as far as I'm concerned, Milan can pay that money, but they'll be doubling that money with amount. I mean, they can easily put 20 million on the table for him. They can double that in getting sell shirts, by getting a lot of shirts sell through the door, which they're going to probably end up doing with him. They're going to make that money back within whatever time profit they're going to get. They'll make that money back. So I think what Chelsea are asking for is every right to ask for that price, and they should, as far as I'm concerned, they should pay that.
Yeah, I do agree with you. This is I thought Lyon want to sign him before AC Milan because of the opportunity of swapping Cherki for him. I think the fact that rumors are that we're interested in signing Rayan Cherki, we may well try to get him to agree to go to Lyon rather than AC Milan. But the player wants to go to Milan, and that's difficult to make him to start. You can say. Opting to do otherwise. And Chelsea, all the way, if you're watching, here's an apology from Oko saying, sorry, bro, for what I said earlier. Are we cool? Now, I think Chelsea, all the way, is a big boy. If he reads this, he moves on. I understand. He comes at me sometimes with some debate, and he understands. I do see them as just a debate. I see them as just his argument, and I counter with my own argument. So he's mature enough to accept the apology, and let's move on. And you were trying to help the community, stay civil, but you don't know what is considered not being civil and what's civil. So that was why you probably said what you said. I think he understands. That's, by the way, for me. DJ, let me ask you this: why do you think Why do you think the club wants to sell Christian Pulisic? Is it because he's refused to sign a new contract? And I don't even know, did we even offer him a new contract? Or is it because he wants to move on because he feels like we're not valuing him that much? Because I would have, if you ask me, when Bolly and Co took over, I'd say they do everything they can to keep him, understanding his value on and off the pitch. But that hasn't been the case. Why do you think the club have decided to put him on the market? I want to know.
I think what we've got to allude to in this one, Kachilla, is the fact that the guy, if the guy thinks the club is undervaluing him, right, he's got to look at the situation. He had that one breakout season, and I said it during lockdown, right, when he was absolutely superb, right? Okay. Then he's had injuries. He's been plagued by injury after injury after injury after injury, right?
Yep, gets injured during warm-ups, gets injured during international competition and all that.
Like a lot of people have said in the comments, and people have said biscuit legs. They call him biscuit legs. Yeah, there's a reason for that, right? Because the guy just breaks in two very quickly.
You're talking about my fellow Americans, so you and I are gonna have a fight.
No, brother. I'm just saying, no. Sorry, not in a bad way, brother. No, I don't mean, you know what I mean. You know, in terms of his injuries, his legs, right? A lot of people say that because of his legs, right? I mean, he's seen. I don't mean it by any kind of insult. People don't come at me. I don't mean it in a bad way. I'm just trying to describe why I think his injuries are so bad, and the fact that he's injured almost every time. But don't take it any way from me, Kachilla. I don't mean it in that way. You should know me better than that,
I get it. His injuries hasn't helped,
and he's been that way, brother. And the thing of all is, he's been injured consistently every time. And and he's not really given Chelsea a full-on season. Look, I wanted that when we first got him, Kachilla. I was so happy because I watched him at Dortmund, and I thought he was absolutely brilliant at Dortmund. And when we got him on loan, and then we signed him on a permanent basis, I thought, do you know what? This was going to be, this was going to be it. This was going to be the one for us. He was going to be brilliant. But he's been plagued by injury, okay. And at the end of the day, we need to, we need to move on from him now. And if he can give it, he obviously can't give us the full season. We know that. A league like the Italian league, I guess, probably going to be easier for him because it's not as physical. Even the French league, probably you can say, is that as well as the Prem. So those two leagues will be better. But again, if Lyon are willing to put that money down for him, then for me, AC Milan have got to also put that kind of money down for him as well.
Yeah. I thought, I've read that one. And Chelsea, all the way nice to hear you say that, brother. We'll move on. We're all adults here. No worries. We'll move, bro. Thank you so much. Much love. And please, any update about more transfers? We'll get to that in a bit. I think DJ has sent me something new, and I'll bring it up in a bit. Most players that want to move, it is because that they don't feel valued. Yep. And in this case, that's it. Even though you can argue his injuries, the injuries he's had, they haven't helped. On occasions where he picked up form, started performing, and boom, he gets injured again. And then he's out of the team. And what do you expect the manager? If a manager has a player who's come on in your absence and has done well, they don't just drop him out. You have to prove yourself again to get a chance to start before that particular individual. His injuries haven't helped. But there's a chance he goes and you can say to overcome the recurring injury, just as was the case of Ian Robben after he left Chelsea. I would have loved the club to give him a chance, but for some reason, the club will not risk having him, you can say, throughout the season, and he decides he wants to leave. And also, you have to be at this at the back of your mind. The moment a player gets to a stage where they have just a few months left on their contract, and they see the possibility of leaving as a free agent, and they get a sign-on fee if that happens. That's a whole lot of money that I don't think the club will be able to pay them. So they probably it becomes very difficult to get them to re-sign, if that makes sense. And in this case, you can say he's made up his mind to leave Chelsea Football Club for a while now, because he probably will be feeling underused, disrespected, not even considering the fact that the injuries he's had haven't helped. But that's just me. But thank you for saying that, Mr. Lano. I appreciate you. Odoi wants to leave Chelsea. Good to hear. The club wants to sell him. He wants to leave, so they should sit, and talk and come to an agreement and part ways. It's as simple as that. Callum Hudson-Odoi has decided to leave Chelsea. I think I've read something to that effect too. Good luck to him. If it comes good, fine. But it hasn't really worked for him at Chelsea. It's as simple as that. Let's see what else we have lined up here. But before I do that, let me get this. We've been rounding off in a few minutes. I'm not sure how long. Most of the players want to leave. Might be because of change of ownership. That's in the case of Chelsea. That may well be the case. But looking at all the players that are leaving, you could say Hakim Ziyech probably feels like when you can say at the time, that length of time when Thomas Tuchel had him on the bench and Timo Werner was not really doing well, he probably felt at the time that he should be starting over Timo Werner. Who else has Eduardo Mendy? I don't think it's about the change of ownership, probably because what was offered, the new contract that was offered to him, he probably felt disrespected, and he's worth more than that. Koulibaly, not because of change of owners or ownership, we signed him. The new owners signed him, but probably they got an offer that they couldn't resist. Then they decided to sell him, and plus he's not getting any younger. So it's a multitude of reasons, if that makes sense. I hope Pulisic joins Milan. He's good. I don't like the Loftus-Cheek transfer. I don't know what Milan wants with him. They like him. He's a good player. And if you're a Milan fan, the rest assured you're not going to regret signing Loftus-Cheek. Lockdown Pulisic was so good. Man was being compared to Hazard. There's a monster in that boy. And it's unfortunate it hasn't worked out at this club. Hershey, Pennsylvania is with him. I lived in Hershey, Pennsylvania before I moved to Las Vegas. So that's not the reason why I like him. Beyond that, that's a good player in him. And he's a very confident player on his day. And also, overall, he's a good player. Let me just put it like that. But that's, by the way, keep dropping the likes on the stream. there's a possibility of getting one more striker. Not too sure, but let's see what the club does. Thiago Silva is the front runner to become the new Chelsea captain. The three outside are Reece James, Kepa Arrizabalaga, Raheem Sterling. A final decision will be made later on during preseason. For me, I'd like Thiago Silva to become the new captain. Thiago Silva being a captain, Thiago Silva being a captain this season will be very exciting. I think he should, but let's see what the club does. Let's see what else we have lined up here. We'll be to round off in a few minutes. All right, Chelsea's priority is to secure a deal for Moises Caicedo, and they are still interested in Romeo Lavia. We've talked about Romeo Lavia before, so no need to waste time too much on this particular topic here. Chelsea could look to add more creativity by moving for Lyon youngster Rayan Cherki. DJ, just quickly, how serious are we about signing Cherki?
Sorry, what was that? Sorry?
How serious are we about signing Rayan Cherki?
Yeah, his name's been mentioned quite a lot now. I do believe it looks like we have got a firm interest in him, and I think that will only happen once we get the Caicedo deal out of the way. But I tell you what, from what I've seen of him, he looks he looks a talent. He really does, and I think he's just the kind of midfielder you need that will come in there to complement likes of Enzo and Caicedo. Should we get him in? And I think he'll be the ideal. I think he'll be ideal in there. I said it either him or him, and if we can even get Kudos in as well at the same time, I'll be very happy at that. And if we can get both those in, but I have to say,
go ahead. Sorry.
As I said, I do rate him quite highly, and I'm surprised. At the moment, we seem to be the only club looking at him at the moment. I've not seen any other interest from any other football club. So if we are very serious about this one and we've moved away from Vega onto this guy, then I really, really hope we get this. We can get this deal wrapped up after Caicedo.
Yeah, you can say he's that sort of midfielder, capable of pulling a rabbit out of the hat to help a team win a game. If all else fails, and he's that good. And from the little I've seen. But let's see. Rumors are that PSG, according to Santiago Mono, PSG are also interested in signing him.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just a rumor at this point. But their focus at this point is to sign. What's his name? What's the other player we're interested in? One of the players. Vega. Yeah, Gabriel Vega. Yeah. What exactly? I think I missed to read something from Chelsea all the way here. Which says, does being a captain mean more game time? No. Leadership. I think you have that. What you've won. Also, you can say pedigree. Let me just use the term pedigree. Pedigree. Then you can say you can say more game time to a certain extent. You've played the game longer than anybody. Within anybody in the squad, which means you know the game better than them. And you've proven you're a proven winner, which falls under pedigree and all that. And you can say so pedigree in terms of when you speak, the dressing room will listen. And Thiago Silva is that man. He's won it. He's been there, seen it all. AC Milan. He started in Russia. AC Milan, PSG, now Chelsea, and he's again. What else is there? You don't have to be that vocal. In the case of Thiago Silva, you can say I actually haven't heard him speak English before, but I think he leads by example. That does go a long way. And lots of the players we have within our ranks are French speaking, and he does speak French. To me, it doesn't mean more game time, not really a big factor. But your pedigree is a big factor. And in terms of talk about pedigree, nobody within our squad right now can measure Thiago Silva, if that makes sense. CJ, I don't know if you want to add to that one.
No, listen, Thiago Silva, I mean, people are saying is it comments saying he's too old? Is that what I've just said? Is that what we're discussing here? Because of his age? Is that what it is, Kajela?
No, he's talking about I think more games. He just said, does that mean playing more games? I said no. Yeah.
No. Listen, I get the argument on him. I think the plan will be is to start him. Yeah, and he probably will be the captain for the start of the season. I think he will be the captain, but I guess you can't put Thiago Silva in every game. I think this is one of the reasons why I think some fans will be a bit concerned that we're relying on him too much. But I tell you what, he doesn't seem to worry. It doesn't seem to bother him. I mean, it's like the way he's going. I mean, he can start every game, and look, he's a true professional. And I just hope we can we will be careful on him. For the season, because the last thing you want to do is make sure you overplay him and he gets injured.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with you. Then we'll lack leadership. What's the plan? Here's the thing. I think it's too early in the window, and we're making progress really if we're paying attention. The fact we're working on getting the Moises Caicedo deal over the line before we switch it to all the targets we have lined up. I think, don't worry, I think we'll be all right. Remember, I told you that. Well, my bro, depending on the coach and his fitness level, I think I agree with you. And let's see, a captain is the coach on the field. That's another way to say it. And NR6 would be the best choice for me. NR6 has the best point of view. What is that? NR6? What does that stand for? I don't know what that term is. Somebody help me.
So what was that? Sorry.
NR6 is using you can say NR6 an abbreviation there.
Is it number 6?
No, NR, there's an R there, NR6.
NR6 is the best choice for me, then NR6 is the best point of view.
NR, who's NR? I'm not sure. Can you elaborate? I understand. Where is Rayan Cherki or preferred position? Like I said, from the little I've seen, I don't know him too much. You could say a 10 or just say an attacking midfield role. At this point, that's all I know. I don't know him that well. I started looking at him since we've been okay. Oh, number 6. Okay.
That's what number 6.
Okay. Good argument. He says number 6 in the chart. Silva is too old to be a captain. Okay. Let's see. What else do we have here? Right wing Chelsea. Did I miss anything? We need a central attack. Okay. These are the positions that Cherki can play. Central attacking midfielder, right wing, left wing, and second striker. So I think I want him. Let's see what the club does. Fernandes will be better as captain if the team respects him. No, I don't think that will cause. I don't think that makes sense. It will cause a problem. You cannot have Reece James at the club if Thiago Silva isn't the captain and you give Enzo Fernandez the captain sometime. It just doesn't make any sort of sense. I think you'll cause a problem. He was the most talented player at academy at Lyon's academy from a young age, and that shows in him. Hopefully, we'll get him. But I'm just concerned that the rumors have it that PSG are interested in signing him. Okay, thank you so much for saying that. Okay, I appreciate that. If we get our midfield and goalkeeper position right, then top 4 is achievable. It's achievable. I agree with you. Beef Turkey. I hate you, Glenn. I really do hate you, Glenn. What is that? You have to come say something to let us know you're still watching. Then it has to be something like that. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go a long way. Let's see. Correct, my guy. But let's hope the owners I get it right this time. I think they will. I'm not concerned really. Glenn, you see you're in trouble. Copyrighted joke. That's a Nietzsche Boys copyrighted joke that you took right there. Let's see what else we have lined up. We should be winding up in a few minutes. Keep up. Okay, it went blank. Okay, this one is nothing much to discuss except if DJ has anything to add to that. Graham Potter's a trusted goalkeeper trainer, goalkeeper coach Ben Roberts. Is expected to start preseason with Chelsea as one of our goalkeeper coaches, and that's along with Jimenez
and Hilario
and James Russell. That's like 4 goalkeeper coaches. Wow. I don't know. Do you have anything to add to that? We should just move on.
Nah. We can move on that one from Coachella.
All right. Thank you so much for saying that. Oladipupo Mesole, we still haven't forgotten. You promised us you will you'll be sending us some pictures from the stadium during preseason. I hope you're still able to do that. If I can sponsor anything in any way, you let me know. If Ziyech thinks he deserves a better, he should have been consistent with his performance. That would have helped. I agree with you. But at one point, that was at the time when again, if you ask me, I'd say he was one of our best players at the time. Thomas Tuchel, out of nowhere, dropped him to the bench for some reason. For reasons you could say we do not know. He was assisting goals, getting goals, dropping deep to help defensively, winning aerial duels and all that, and boom, he got dropped to the bench for reasons I honestly cannot fathom right now. That didn't help either. That can affect a player's morale, if that makes sense. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I'm only hoping, but with the new football team, they might get it right. I think they will get it right. We have football people at the club. James is on 250K a week. You guys not concerned that Reece will be the next to be sold? The next player to be sold in the next transfer window. Well, I'm not too sure. If it depends on how good he you can say. If it's not important to us, we do everything we can to keep him. But if it's underperforming, then if we get a chance to sell him, we might as well sell him to Real Madrid. But I don't think we sell him. I think he'd be here for a while. Plus, the new salary structure is highly incentivized, if that makes sense. I remember, Coach, my message to you on Twitter was not delivering. So, message you on IZ. Okay, I did respond. And when you said that, I told you that I've responded to your message on Instagram. So maybe you haven't checked. Glenn liked my words. Yeah, he does. I think I've seen that myself. Keep dropping likes on the stream, people. The likes will go a long way. Just give me 1 second. Let's see what else we have lined up here. Sometimes you select by instinct. Did he say that? Seems Potter staff don't want to leave the club. They are begging to love the club. I'm not sure what to make of that. Coach, we will also discuss about the new branch will open in France. Maybe not today because we're running out of time. Transport you're talking about. Well, the opening is shall we say acquired the French acquired maybe. I think that's a better language there. Let's see what else we have lined up here. I want us to round up as soon as possible so that we can go do other things we have to do. What else do we have? All right, people, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes will go along with this one. Really makes me laugh.
Who is this? What's this?
What did we not do to help Graham Potter do well? We haven't hired a hamstring specialist beyond this guy, Enoka guy. I laughed so hard when I saw this report. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, a hamstring specialist injury guy who could sort out. Oh my god!
This says Chelsea are no longer working with Gilbert Enoka, the mental skills coach who works with the New Zealand rugby team and who was employed on short-term consultancy basis. Okay, for a period of last season. Yeah, and we decided to let him go. I think he shouldn't have come because I didn't think he made any difference. If he did, I don't know. But DJ, I don't know if you have anything to say with regards to that one. Yeah,
that was a bit of a strange one. That was. I don't know what this guy. I mean, I don't know what he was supposedly. We know he was supposed to come and done, but did it really work? I think we saw in the season.
Maybe he may well have been the reason why we didn't get relegated. I don't know. But
I don't know. Maybe.
Well,
can you imagine him under Hitchens, and he's got them hypnotized. He goes, "We are not getting relegated. We are not getting relegated." Stick that in your head, and the players are kind of pitch. Forget about winning the game. Just we are not getting relegated.
Oh my goodness!
Mate. Oh,
yeah. This one here says yes. That's what TT said about instincts. When he held off the sub. He held off the sub. Cho after subbing him on. To me, I like him, but I'm not sure what to make of that. Question for coach and the panel: what's going to be the ramifications of if we cannot get top 4 this season and next more or less? If you say next, I'd say then there's a problem. Maybe if for this particular this coming season, if we fail to make top 4 and we do well enough, and the club and the owners are saying progress, I think that won't be a problem. I think the concern will start getting concerned. The owners will start getting concerned if for 2 seasons we're not able to make it to top 4. Then they will start looking at other managers. But let's see what happens. I don't know. Coutinho and Pane, DJ, I don't know if you have anything to add to that, or should I move on?
No, listen, he's got the 2 seasons. Listen, I think we can. I think we can do it in the 2 seasons. You know, I know a lot. I know the stakes going to go quite high for Poch now. Now he's through the door. But like ABC said earlier on, we've got to give this guy time. You know, let him come in. I know we like you, Kachilla. You know, I wanted Luis Enrique in the beginning. We both wanted that. I said that in the beginning, but we didn't get him. He was my number 1 choice. But we've got Poch. And we've got to now give him a chance to work his magic. You know, I just hope the fans can stay patient, because that's what it's all about. It's a patient game, you know. And I think we can do it, you know. And we're not playing Champions League next season. Yes, we've got a young squad. Yes, most of our players have all gone, but we will bring replacements in there. And I think we have got a chance, as I said it. And correct me if I'm wrong on this one, Kachilla, but maybe people in the comments might be able to tell me, but. Can you not also, isn't top 5 now, get you a Champions League spot? There was something about that yesterday I heard, or something went around. There was something about that yesterday. Someone mentioned it either it was either on another panel I was listening to, another stream, or it was mentioned somewhere. I think it might have even been on the whole back pages thing. It was that comes on Sky in the evening. Something about 5th spot can get you a Champions League spot or something like that now. I don't know what can correct me on that one.
That's for around 24, 25 season, not 23.
It's not 23, 24. Okay, yeah. Well then, fair point. But I still think with the team we got and the manager we got, I don't see why we can't go out and challenge for that, mate, for next season. So let's see what happens.
And somebody in the chat is saying actually top 5 starts in 2026.
Oh, is it 2020? Oh, thanks for that, match.
Yeah.
Okay.
But thank you. Please, Coach. Yeah, it's like we have we're on Twitter, the same name, Chelsea Perspective. We're also on Instagram. We haven't started any WhatsApp group, but once we do that, I'll let you know. Let's see what else we have here, Coach. We fired him on the day Poch entered those doors. Maybe he had a hand in cleaning the house. Maybe you could argue that Pochettino is a mentality monster. Hence, that guy isn't needed. I think that's a delicious comment. That's really funny. Hope the man doesn't come back for us because of Potter. We hired a hamstring specialist. Yeah, especially there's nothing we didn't do this again to make sure he does well. He did well at when he was still managing us. Poch's theory is simple. He wants the players to be in 5th gear and be ready to die on the pitch. They should have time to think about psychology. Yeah, they shouldn't. Is that shouldn't? Yeah, should not. Shouldn't. With you. Top 5 starts 2026. Okay, thank you so much for seeing that. Let's see anything else here. I think I'm just gonna go with the updates DJ sent to me and the one AD sent to me too, so that we can call it a day. I'm not gonna be reading too much. I think I should have been done by now. We've been going for 3 hours and 43 minutes. Wow. That's because we started early. And look at me trying to be cautious with my voice so I don't lose it. But that's, by the way, Mason Mount is expected to share a goodbye message to Chelsea before being unveiled as a Manchester United fan. I think that was why probably he returned to Twitter. So a lot of people that talked about that got it correctly. And Chelsea, this is the one we talked about. Chelsea are considering making a move for Lyon youngster Rayan Cherki, and he's still 19, actually, just 19 years. It is understood. It's understood Chelsea sent scouts to watch the French under-21 international on several occasions last season. I don't know, DJ, you have anything to add to this? I think we've talked about him, but if you want to talk about him more, to you.
No, not at all. And as I said, from what I saw of him, great talent. And if we can get that deal, if we can get him in, it'd be a good signing.
And I think it was Santiago Muro, somebody in the chat that said he prefers to go to Real Madrid. But let's see what happens here. If we don't get top 4 2 seasons in a row, we might start getting used to not playing in the Champions League football.
Nah, it won't happen.
Oh yeah, but I don't think the owners will. I get your concern. Big up to you, Moretti. Chelsea updates apart from Caicedo, nothing new. Except the one we're talking about here. We're pushing to sign Caicedo. We've offered. We have contract, personal terms contract on the table for Romeo Lavia, and we're pushing to sign. What's his name? Rayan Cherki, and PFC are close to completing the signing of Gabriel Vega, who's been on our list. How many players, including Cherki, can have internship at Blues France? I'm not too sure, really. Let's see what else we have lined up here. I want to round up as soon as possible, people. Chelsea are becoming increasingly optimistic of getting their hands on Lazio midfielder Sergej Milinkovic-Savic. He's the player I like, who's been offered to the Blues by his agent and former Chelsea player Matej. Is it Matej? I think it should be pronounced Matej Kezman, but I know him as Kezman. Do you trust this source? Do you trust Gazzetta?
Yeah, they're actually quite a good source, Gazzetta. Gazzetta dello Sport. They usually are quite a good source in Italy. It wouldn't, so yeah, I mean, listen, we all know about Savic. This guy has been on the one every summer transfer window that comes around. This guy has always spoken about going to this club, going to that club, this club. That the guy always ends up staying where he is. So, will it change this? Will it change this season? I hope so. I wouldn't mind him coming to Chelsea. I think he'll be good. We were talking I think it was who was talking about it earlier on in the comment on the chat. It might have been was it Tobago or was it IBC? I can't remember. They were saying we need someone, or it might have been in the comments. We need someone who's actually physical and strong. Well, there's your answer. That guy is exactly what that guy is. Exactly. He's got height. He's physical. You know, he could do well in that midfield. I mean, I think you complement that midfield. Should we get him in as well? But like I said, are we being greedy though? Are we being too greedy for getting too many midfielders in? But listen, if we can't
we need at least 3.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I keep saying Caicedo being my first choice, obviously, and I'll carry on saying that. But if we're going to look at the other 2 midfield roles, we're looking at 2 others. Then possibly, I've said it already. Kudos, this guy Savic, and obviously Cherki's the other one. So, and we also we link with this Brazilian as well. But if we do get the Brazilian 18-year-old kid, he's only going to come in he won't come straight away. But those 3 in particular, yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much, CJ. I'm gonna get let's finish what we have lined up here, then we can get what we have in the chat and call it a day. And to be at Chelsea now is honestly a dream come true. That's a signing for the women's team. Love that. Is it Hannah Hampton?
That's the one.
Hannah Hampton is a name and a goalkeeper, right?
Yes, she is.
Okay, I don't know her too well. Congratulations and welcome to Chelsea Football Club. Good signing. You know her? I don't know her that much to talk about her.
No,
but, they've made a few signings. You could say they probably signed all their targets. The men's team is all that is left.
That's it. That's it, really. Okay. I think they are.
Thank you so much. Al-Ittifaq. How do you pronounce this name? Sorry, were you saying something, DJ?
No. Nothing, Kachilla. No.
Okay, Al-Ittifaq wants to sign. I want to sign a Liverpool English midfielder Jordan Henderson, 33, and Chelsea Gabon striker pierre-emerickaubameyang. I hope Aubameyang is interested. That's the one that caught my interest there. Okay, signing next year, it is enough to be in the top 5 to get the Champions League. Yeah, which means 24-25. Okay, Sergej Milinkovic-Savic is very, very similar in style to Kovacic, and we wanted to keep Kovacic. It's just that he wanted to leave. What's the papers? We already had a player like that, good on ball control and press resistance. Yeah, but he's left. We had, so we don't have anymore. Was good. Savage was good 5 years ago. You don't think he's good right now? Hit the like button, people, and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Hit the like button, please. I appreciate all your support. Thank you so much for finding the time to join. And now, Deborah, thank you so much for saying that. I'm getting tired myself. Let's see. I think AD sent me something. Let's see if we can look at that particular update before we call it a day. Hopefully, Aubameyang accepts this offer and leaves. Let's see. Tino Livramento is reluctant to leave Southampton amid interest from Chelsea, who have a buyback clause worth around £38 million, and Newcastle United. Okay, so he doesn't want to leave Southampton. But that's, by the way, DJ, anything else you want to say? So we can call it a day.
No, brother, that's it. Everything, all good.
All right, thank you so much, CJ. I appreciate you finding the time to join me on the panel, and you stayed till now. I cannot thank you enough. Thank you, Santiago Muno. Thank you to Tobejo, who was on the panel. Thank you to IBC, who was on the panel. Thank you, Santiago Muno. I've said that. Thank you, Chelsea, all the way. Thank you, Adebayo Markunju. Thank you, Mr. Troublemaker, for joining. Lateness is greatness, and thank you to JC for all the great contributions there in the chat. Thank you, Chigose. Thank you, Chelsea, all the way. And who else do we have here? And F is Mount. If you use more than 3 emojis, the machine that's policing the chat would delete your message. And that's exactly what has been happening. So don't use more than 3 emojis. Let's use 2, actually. Thank you, Desmond. And to all of you, if I missed your name, apologies. I'm only human. See you guys next time. God bless us all, and cheers.
Peace up the Chelsea.
Peace to all of you.
Peace.